What's up? It's good to see you guys here. Glad you could make it. It's always good to have you guys. So anyway, on the Ellemnet, we have an awesome guest here. Happy birthday, Michael Khan.
Hello.
I hope your 18th birthday went well.
Yeah, I'm feeling 18 years young.
And then we got PJ Cruikshank and Alvier Paulin. Hope you guys all doing well.
Yeah.
Evening.
Good, man. Oh, good. Like I was saying to Michael earlier, I can't believe it's been a year since we did that 4 hours 40 show. That's crazy.
Crazy.
It just flew in, isn't it?
Yeah.
One of the fastest years I've ever known.
Isn't it? Wow.
But it's good to see you guys. I'm glad you could make it. I hope you were spoiled rotten today.
Yeah, in a fashion.
You see, guys, Michael is still alive. Told you, it's just fighting crime.
Yeah, like it said in the comment section, somebody put in the comment section, I come across it one day that, was it Mike? Oh, what is Michael went away and started his own cult, or ended up with a cult, and I was in an accident and was in a coma, and they kept shouting, pretending to be flats, and the nurses kept shouting, Is that okay, guys? And PG didn't say exactly, so he's definitely dead.
It's crazy.
It's best to leave ballers hanging, though, isn't it? You know?
Oh yeah, I must say the channel has improved so much better with the negativity stuff since I've done the hold all comments for review.
Though again,
they hate it.
They were bad, but last couple of weeks have been getting horrendous. Like when I look through the comment section, it's like, wow.
It has really got. That's why I said I came to a point. I'm like, no, I can't take this anymore.
Yeah,
I had 40 people unsubscribe from me since yesterday. Since I've done that.
Wow.
So it shows you how much troll channels I had.
Yep.
Definitely. I'm glad that Terry took that.
Good riddance to him. There's no place for trolls in 2025.
Oh yeah, no, now it can only get better. I still now and then get these troll comments that I just straight away nope, don't accept.
As soon as I've seen that video by Terry, I thought it was a good idea. I was in Mikey's last night, and I told him about it, so I think he's got to try it out because he gets trolls, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But yeah.
The intention is to destroy your channel. That's all they're there
exactly. For. And I mean, they don't just troll Flat Earth though. It's on every niche you get on YouTube. You get these trolls that go on their way to try and make it a living hell for anybody there. I don't know what's wrong with people. And a lot of them are bots. Definitely bots.
Yeah.
Because they repeat themselves exactly the same thing over and over and over. And then you get another troll account that says exactly word for word the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, I've been saying it for time, it's like they don't believe in, they don't entertain Flat Earth. They think it's stupid. They think we're stupid, but yet they'll sit and watch 2 hours of your stream.
That's crazy.
What kind of absurdity is that?
That's crazy.
Exactly. I mean, it's like, but if you're that much against it, I mean that you're an anti-flat earther, surely it must drive you crazy. So why would you be?
It does. It does drive me crazy.
Yeah.
They're sharing the pain all the time, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Discord, what's up?
Hey, man.
I hope you're doing well.
Not much.
That's good. So I'm just going to say hi to everyone in the chat quickly. Good to see you guys. YouTube, what's up? Thank you for coming. PJ Cruikshank, yes, obviously here. Truth over comfort. Good to see you too. Thank you for coming. Moxie, hello, hello. Jeff Gassett, great to see you, mate. Glenn Solch, always good to see you too. Glad you can make it. GR Taper, what's up, what's up? Anson Howard, hello, hello. Sovereign Soul, good to see you, mate. I'm going to download your review on this for work on Monday, so I haven't listened to it yet. I wanted this to be fresh tonight as well, but I'm sure it went well because you had Sean Hawkins reviewing your review. So yeah, obviously went good. And Vicky,
you've hit big time if Hawkins is reviewing your
the
work.
guy hates me so much since I've done this hidden comments section. Everywhere he's going, oh, Flatzoid's a coward. He's got an echo chamber. It's like, okay. But anyway, Vicky, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Always glad to have you in. Vicky really is a star.
Hey, Vicky.
Yeah, Vicky's really a star and really does an awesome job in mods. So thank you very much, Vicky, for all your hard work.
She does that good a job. She does that good a job. She's had her own personal socks for a week or so, but now because of the thing, she's had none. Like she says.
Yeah, it's much better.
I mean, what's that all about? Like, using your lass's avatar and saying like PJ's slag and stuff like that. I mean, it's disgusting.
It's crazy.
Never seen like it.
And I said,
absolutely disgusting.
And do you know something I said in the chat? Remember I said in the chat, one of your videos in the comment section, it says, and I mentioned that, and it says, and whoever is that is disgusting, and I guarantee they're in here, but they won't even own. They won't even. They're not even brave enough.
Like I said when they attacked Ellemnet with porn stuff and that, I tie them all with that brush.
Exactly.
Because they're not own up to it. But
when I said that, somebody answered another sock, but it was the same guy. But the one that was socking Victoria and Vicky, same guy, and he says, "Well, I would have used my own name, but you banned me ages ago, so why would I?" So it's somebody who was banned and top. You know what I mean?
Sorry, I just had to quickly go close the door. Children. Where was I? Oh yeah. Hi Rob Keane, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Daylight Choice, it was good to see you, Spuddy. And who else did I see here? That's everybody, I think, yeah. And Charlie Walls, hello. Guys, please share the show. Hit the likes. It really, really does help to get the show out to a wide audience. And I want to say thank you to everybody that's here. So what do you guys think about the poll so far? Who did better, Kaleb or Ozien?
I sort of couldn't answer it really because I've not.
You haven't watched it yet, so I can't say either. But knowing on experience, I can tell you, Kaleb.
Yeah, you could have a good stab in that, like, can't you?
Yeah, that's it.
Because Ozien is, remember when he tried to present Earth Curve with his drone, and not understanding Earth Curve is supposed to be the horizon, and every time we're telling you, listen here, dude, the horizon is behind your Earth Curve, and you're rising up, showing the horizon, pushing back further, and still showing blockage is not proof of Earth Curve. The guy's an idiot.
I think he's just playing me, like.
Ozien's a joke. But yeah.
This is pre-recorded business.
But yeah, it's good to see you. Something interesting that Ute told me. He said Ozien apparently had a pre-recording on here, and you can see when he changes his shirt. Don't you think that's a bit dishonest, though?
Especially, I mean, if we see it and it's the same shot but slightly darker or something, then you can see that's intentional.
That's
it's not like
weird, yeah.
It's been done
because the lighting would be different. So if the lighting's different because it's at a different time of day or something, it would change. So even if he thought, okay, let me put the same shirt on, the creases and stuff would be different even. But I mean, what would be the reason for that? That's really weird. Go into a live debate with pre-recordings.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really weird. Yeah. Hey, Johnny Doe. Good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Okay, you guys ready? Because we got until 1 o'clock, so.
Yeah. Right now, with Ozien's opening statement. Thanks so much for being with us. Ozien, the floor is all yours.
Hey, everyone. Thanks, James. Welcome to the debate. It's 2024, not 500 BC, and the Earth ain't flat, bro. I'm Ozien, and today we're diving into a heated topic.
Because I did find this really weird, that Ozien didn't even flinch that the sound was coming
No.
through double. I found that weird because
No.
I was there for like the first 2 minutes, just to say, hey, congratulations, you're doing a good job, James, and everything. And
Yeah, because a video recording ain't going to stop.
Yeah.
Stop yet.
because he didn't even flinch,
No.
and I found that really weird. So that explains a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The shape of our planet. Hold on a second. There. Shape of our planet. This is a nod to my last debate. Now, you probably heard a ton of scientific evidence pointing towards a globe Earth. That's just an angle you might not have considered. The incredible contributions of scientists through history who had to face great adversity. Their work, done against all odds, has been pivotal in shaping our cosmic understanding. First up, let's talk about Albert Einstein. Einstein wasn't just a genius physicist, his heritage was a big part of who he was. His general relativity theory, a total game changer. It reshaped how we see gravity, space, and time. And it's not just a theory. We've got concrete evidence backing it up.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Concrete evidence backing.
I hope he's going to present that.
Yeah. That should be the first person in history to present the concrete evidence for that. I noticed it,
That was-
concrete evidence.
Yeah, it must be concrete without the water and the sand then. It must be just the powder itself. It's flaky as hell.
So that must mean that fabric is space and time's concrete.
Right?
We need some heavy, solid stuff.
But also notice how he started off begging the question, having a category error by appealing to science. The globe is not science. There is no science for shape. And then he wants to say Albert Einstein brought concrete evidence for general relativity. This should be interesting. Hey, Steaking Sourwater, good to see you. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Like how light bends around massive objects like the sun. This is key, guys. It's a big point for a spherical Earth. Now on to Stephen Weinberg, another brilliant mind. His work in particle physics, especially with the Standard Model, fits perfectly with the spherical Earth cruising through a vast universe. And we can talk about the Big Bang Theory. George Gamow, a scientist, was crucial in developing this.
Caleb's
This
already
theory
rubbing
backed up
his
by
face.
Yeah, he's. I could see the pain in his eyes. Caleb's probably going to bring up then. You do know the Eddington experiment doesn't show general relativity true. The Eddington experiment was shown false. The data was fudged. Bias.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Hey, Gio. Good to see you. Oh, it's crazy. But these are all these guys do. They have begging the question, affirming the consequent, and just correlation-based belief systems. That's all they have. Everything. They don't have anything actual fact of evidence for anything they present.
Well, I bet this is like Groundhog Day for Caleb with
Oh,
like
yeah.
the flat Earth. Only like he's even stupider than Craig.
And the sad thing is, even on Twitter, they give these exact arguments on a daily basis to Caleb. So he hears this daily, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, I get this practically daily. It's really idiotic. It's like, don't these guys know of any other arguments to present?
No, and then they'll say that like just because you've deleted a few trolls, you're an echo chamber. Like, but there's no bigger echo chamber than globe Earth belief.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
cosmic background radiation and galaxy distribution literally requires a spherical Earth.
No, it doesn't.
We got Jake.
No. Your spherical Earth requires the Big Bang, not the Big Bang requires the spherical Earth, you moron.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Shows you he doesn't even understand what the Big Bang is.
Yeah.
Bekenstein's another name you should know. His work on black hole thermodynamics has deep implications for gravitational theory. What does it?
Gravity was the DV. What? Really, Sovereign? He says he had a moron on Twitface that told him gravity was the DV.
Wow.
People are getting really... I don't know. I swear people are getting dumber. I swear.
Yeah. Weird DVs, science methods without IVs. Crazy.
How can gravity be the effect? No one has ever observed gravity in.
But that's what it is with them. Gravity is both the cause and the effect.
Yeah.
But as soon as you bring it out to them, so gravity caused gravity, they say, "No, I didn't say that." But that's exactly what they say.
Yeah.
They tie themselves up in bloody knot.
Because they don't know.
And like it's mental gymnastics trying to make that work. And it doesn't, no matter what they say.
It's crazy.
This mean for us? It backs up the idea of a spherical Earth. Alan Guth, a physicist, introduced us to cosmic inflation theory, giving us a peek into the universe's earliest moments. This theory, fitting right into the Big Bang framework, supports the idea of spherical planets. And let's not forget Andre Linden. His work in inflationary cosmology further supports a spherical Earth through theoretical physics. To sum it up,
Theoretical physics. Can I ask anybody, is physics physical or is it theoretical?
Well, it's kind of a word, isn't it? Physical.
So how can you have
Oxymoron, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Theoretical physics. It's like what?
exactly? It's an oxymoron. My point exactly. You can't have theoretical physics. I can physically move a boulder. I can't theoretically move a boulder.
Wow.
these thinkers facing the challenges of hate and racism didn't just advance our understanding of the universe, they solidified the fact of our planet's shape. Now, why should we trust these scientific sources?
There wasn't scientific sources.
He's reading straight off something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
but that wasn't scientific sources though. That wasn't scientific. There was not any science muttered in anything he said there. So the guy doesn't even know what science is. I don't. This is not a good start, by the way, guys.
It's terrible.
Horrible. Exactly. Horrible. Wow.
I mean, well, in fact, now carry on.
I'm sure it's going. I'm sure it's going to get better though.
That's what we was like last night, Michael. What we was reviewing last night. It was just like it was speechless. Couldn't say anything.
Did you watch it last night, Michael?
I watched some of it, but
Wow.
I didn't watch it all. Though.
Unbelievable.
You know me. I don't easily get triggered by this stupid, but it was difficult for me. That's how dumb it was. I couldn't believe the guy said those things.
I said I thought like no one could beat Simon Dan, and like there we go. There's someone there.
It's embarrassing.
They're all bow each other, though, aren't they? Like,
Oh god.
if it's stupid, it's stupid. It don't matter who's parroting it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Boils down to the scientific method, observation, experimentation, and repeatability.
Congratulations. The first thing you said correct. Observation, experimentation. Well done. Can you guys show me experiments for your globe, please? Hey, it's our man. Can see. Yeah, guys, where's the likes? Please hit the likes and share the show. Let's get the show out to a wider audience. Let's grow the channel, guys, please. I can't do it without you guys' help, and I really do appreciate everybody's support.
The works of Einstein.
You have a bit of lull like after you've stopped out, Charles, but it will pick up.
Oh, no, that's not bothering me. It's the likes, like I said. Let's say there's like 50 people in watching, and I have like 20 likes. Why?
Yeah.
30 extra people. I mean, is it so much to ask just to press that like button for 2 seconds? And it takes you a second to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But yeah, thanks
it's
for the people that
so
do.
true.
Yeah, thanks for the people that do hit the likes. I appreciate you guys.
Weinberg, Gamow, Bekenstein, Guth, and Lind have all been through this rigorous process, proving themselves time and time again. Science and proof work differently. In science, we use induction, drawing general conclusions from specific observations. As Karl Popper pointed out,
Cole Popper, same thing we spoke about last night. I don't know, he's going to get to this. Stop using McToon's idiotic arguments. McToon is a moron. Using Cole Popper is a moronic statement. Really. Just because the guy didn't believe he was a philosopher, didn't believe you can prove something, doesn't mean you can't prove something.
have all been through this rigorous process,
What?
proving themselves.
Someone's got
time and time
background
again.
noise.
Science is proof.
That's my bad.
In science, we use it.
I don't even know how it started. That's so weird.
It wanted to
Yeah.
hear my statement again. But yeah, guys, it's simple.
Oh yeah.
Anti-flat
got
earthers.
the-
Yeah, the
you got
anti-flat
the
earthers. Yeah, sorry.
No, I was just saying to Vicky, you got the notification for tonight's show. She hasn't been getting it lately, but she got it tonight.
Awesome. I'm glad it happened.
I ain't had one for like 2 weeks.
Mad, isn't it?
It's crazy.
Not for anybody.
It's crazy. But yeah, back to the point. Anybody that uses Karl Popper as their authority should get their head checked. The guy was a philosopher, okay? He simply has a belief that you cannot prove things with science. That doesn't mean you can't prove things with science just because a philosopher says so. That goes against what the empirical method is. The empirical method is 100% validity, what you call figured out the cause for an effect. You either validate, which means prove, or invalidate, which means disprove.
I mean, well, I can remember when I come into Flat Earth and I got told I was a science denier and science proof globe and blah, blah, blah. And now all of a sudden it done.
But that's the double speak they have. They still appeal to science for proof of the globe.
Yeah.
But as soon as you say science proves, no, science doesn't prove. But you just said science proves your globe. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's double speak at its best.
All the time.
It's crazy.
Out. Science assumes an orderly universe, consistent laws of nature, things we can't prove but need to accept to make any sense of our world. So when we talk about the Earth being spherical, we're not just throwing out a wild claim. We're talking about a well-tested, consistently observed body of knowledge.
No, that's bullshit. That's just outright wrong.
For one, it's not observed, so you can scratch that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's look at the claims from the globe. They claim the Earth is rotating. Where's this observation?
Exactly.
Well, stars move.
Exactly. We have the sky moves. We don't observe
Yeah. But it's the star's Earth.
No.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's the excuse for why we can't observe it? Oh no, it's too big, and because we're on the wrong reference frame, so we don't observe it then.
Exactly.
What about the Earth curve? We got so many observations that show it to be false. I know you guys are just cherry picking. Refraction. Okay. What's your refraction based upon? Begging the question of a radius. So, affirming the consequent formological fallacy. Then well done. You literally affirming your belief system. It's so stupid. These guys don't understand how dumb their globe is.
Yeah, but they're only deceiving themselves, like, you know. It's no skin off my nose if a baller wants to say that, oh, you've done this observation and you were 10 meters high when really you were 2.
Yeah.
That's them shit. That's pain relief for them. If they want to think that, that's fair enough, like, but...
Yep. But the thing is, they say this with such confidence in their faces. I'm so confident. The globe is proven scientifically. There's so much observation for it. Okay, show it to us. No, you don't understand.
And that's not confident. That's hubris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'll be sure.
Uh-huh.
It's underpinned by logic.
Sorry?
Sorry, I was just going to say, like your Ruiff and your Wally and your Johnston, thousands of miles away, sat in an armchair telling you what direction you were looking on an observation in England. You know what I mean? It's like, no.
When you're there, know the place and everything.
They're just armchair debunkers, like. That's
I mean,
all they are.
he looks left and you were looking right. And then he tells us we're wrong. Yeah, that's about it.
Good conclusion.
And mathematics. In short, the spherical nature of the Earth isn't just a fact. It's a testament to human inquiry and the pursuit of knowledge driven by these incredible scientists. Now let's address those flat Earth claims. These
One
often
minute.
fall into
It's a testament to how man can deceive the fellow man. That's what it is.
I agree. Yeah, it shows you how gullible people can be. A guy can wear a white lab coat and just say something, and they would just take it as fact.
Yeah.
That's it. It doesn't mean fact. It just they want to mean something. I mean, what do we get a lot these days? Oh, statistics. Statistics can cause things. No, it can't.
That's stupid. That's
Just because there's a
illogical.
probability of something doesn't make it true.
Yeah. How can a probability cause it?
Idiotic. Hey, Flat Sage, good to see you, mate. And Flat Sabbath, what's up?
the realm of fringe science. Ideas that stray far from the scientific consensus and lack solid evidence or adherence to the scientific method.
Check.
These theories often
Do you see that? He's like trying to test his mic while Ozien's talking. But look, yeah, you can see he's not even blinking or anything. It's like, yeah. That's why I believe more and more this was a recording. Yeah, 43
Yeah.
watching, 24 likes, guys. Please hit the like button.
James
Really does
almost
help.
looks like an AI.
Yeah.
often cherry pick data and don't stand up to serious testing. Here's the deal with scientific integrity. It's all about following the scientific method.
I agree.
The theories about a spherical Earth have been through this.
No, I don't agree with that.
But according to them, it's not spherical. It's an oblate spheroid.
Exactly. But science is not shape. So you can't say globe science. There's no such thing as globe due to science. Globe specifically, science specifically is about the cause for an effect. So they're trying to claim globe is an effect. Aye. So prove globe is an effect, please, scientifically. Go ahead.
Well, it's an effect from stupidity and lies.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, they can get into psychology, which they still want to claim as science, which is not also science, really. Hey, Rom, what's up?
Tested and refined, and they align with what we've observed.
I think James is an undercover flat earther. I think he's in the closet. I don't think he wants to tell people he's a flat earther. Think how
He
much.
can't because he's got to be biased, hasn't he? Like, so he can't.
Yeah, no,
he
but think
can't
about it.
come out.
I think he's too scared to say, listen, actually, imagine it came out today that James was a flat earther. How
mean, he
much
has-
subscribers he would lose because flat
Because
earthers
they-
are different. We wouldn't just
He has-
unsubscribe. You understand? We wouldn't just unsubscribe if he's, you know what I mean? Let's say he was supposedly a flat earther.
Well,
saved
they
the globe.
said that they were dishonest and it were a biased debate channel. Then
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It-
but
it's
think
gonna
of it
keep
this
his
way.
mouth
Think of it this way. If he came out today or something, sorry guys, I think the Earth is flat. Do you think he would keep all those hundreds of thousands? There's thousands. I think they've got like 170,000 subscribers or something. Do you think he would keep half of that even of Globers?
It lose 100,000 at least.
Yeah, they would all just go because they're bigots. Globers are bigots. Are straight out.
I mean, he has admitted he sees the sense in it. You know what I mean? He sees why flat earthers think
You're not telling me he's sat and watched all them, all evidence presented on all them shows, and it's not affected him.
Obviously. But like I said, he's thinking of his channel and his subscribers, so he's obviously not going to now come out and say, yeah, okay, guys, I think it's flat or something.
maybe that's why he doesn't moderate as much. You know?
Yeah, he's also very
I've
busy
thought
doing
that,
his
like,
studies and
I've
stuff.
thought that. That's why I don't do flat earth things. So much.
That's why he's tired people. Yeah.
But even if he's a globe, it doesn't bother me. But like I say, I think if it had to come out that he was said, okay, it's flat, I think it would. He knows it would be bad for his channel.
Aye.
Because Globers, as part of my experience, especially anti-flat earther Globers on the internet, they're very bigoted. and I don't think he wants that negative on his channel.
Observed. This is what separates solid science from fringe theories. In any rational debate, especially in science, the burden of proof is key. If you're making a claim, like the flat earth theory.
No, the claim is you just made a claim. Science proves globe. Did he not? So he made the positive
I
claim.
thought the claim were it were a globe.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. He just made the claim that science proves the globe. So he's got the positive claim. That's how it works. Hey, Peter Collins, good to see you. Collins, great to have you. Last time I checked, the Earth does not be observed to be a curve. It does not observe to have rotation. So therefore, the positive claim is the counter. That's you guys claiming it is rotating. You guys claim it is curving. That's a positive claim. Me sitting here not seeing rotation, observing rotation, is not a positive claim.
Well,
It's
like
reality.
you've said before, globe's nuclear don't block, right?
Yeah.
So everybody thought Earth was flat. Now they say it's a globe, so that's the positive claim. Prove it.
Yeah, but you see, they argument now is, well, consensus. So who gives a shit about consensus? Look at reality around you. You're the one claiming against what we observe. So therefore, it's your positive claim. I don't give a shit what consensus is.
I mean, I come to Flat Earth. I didn't know you. I didn't know PJ. I didn't know Paul. So, like, who's my consensus?
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know, I did it on my own. Like,
it's crazy.
You've got to back it up with solid evidence, scientifically sound evidence. It's not enough to question established science. You need to bring something substantial to the table. Established scientific theories about Earth's shape have passed rigorous testing. Flat Earth theories, not so much.
There is no science for Earth's shape. Earth's shape is not science.
Either.
Sorry?
It's not a theory either. Like.
No. The guy doesn't even know what scientific theory is. Wow. I think this is.
Oh, Caleb! If Caleb don't demolish this guy, there's something up.
Oh no, yeah. No. But I can see Caleb's thinking, "What the hell?" He's like literally sitting there, like, "Is this the best the guy's got?"
They lack solid evidence and often shift the burden
He's
of
even
proof onto
smiling
others.
too.
Remember, it's great to ask questions and challenge ideas. That's how science moves forward. But it has to be based on the scientific method and solid evidence. So,
See,
the flat Earth proponents have a huge task ahead.
Show how globe it is to the scientific method.
that's the whole point, yeah. But I do agree. If you want evidence, scientifically, you have to adhere to the scientific method, which you guys do not do at all. You guys don't even know what the scientific method is.
Yeah.
And that's been proven.
Multiple times.
Wow.
This guy is just reading off something though, I think. Like.
Yes.
Definitely. Yeah, 3 body problem seeking star water. They don't like the 3 body problem. So they just ignore it. The globe is based on God of the gaps arguments. As soon as they find a gap, they create something in its place.
Yeah, if it don't work, they just switch it and make something else up.
That's all they do. That's why they're sitting in the situation they sit today, that everything is unattainable to be able to be observed or proven. Because they keep making new shit up when they find something wrong. Instead of saying, okay, we falsified what we said. No, there's just something else that has to fix that problem we have. And now they're sitting with idiot stuff like dark energy and dark matter and nonsense.
Yeah. Well, it's funny how they've took it to a level where, like, your everyday person can't test it. You know, you know, they took it to space and, like, what? There's an handful of people supposedly ever been there, like, even though they're probably lying about it. They're the only ones who could know. The average Joe can't get up to space to check,
Exactly.
and that's why they've took it there.
It's crazy.
They need to provide evidence that stands up to the same rigorous testing as the theories they're challenging. Until then, we're justified in our belief in the spherical Earth, a belief grounded in thoroughly validated scientific knowledge and pictures of the Earth from the moon.
Oh, I hope Kaleb asks him to back all these claims up.
Let's get practical for a moment.
Sorry?
I was just going to say, I hope Caleb really holds him to this science that he's been spouting.
I really hope so.
Take the simple observation of ships on the horizon. When a ship sails away, it doesn't just shrink out of sight, it appears to sink with the hull vanishing first and the mast last. This is something you can see for yourself, and it directly contradicts the idea of a flat, level Earth. It's a clear demonstration of the Earth's curvature.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
We
It should
show-
be demonstrated on a small lake.
Yeah, we demonstrate this on flat surfaces. And I thought he's talking about science, so why is he talking about a bottom of the structure now? Since when is curve science? Wow.
If we were dealing with a flat surface, ships would simply get smaller and smaller until they're not visible. But they wouldn't appear to sink below the horizon. And that requires testing and prediction.
And we've shown testings for you. And there's called a prediction. It's called Black Swan. Last time I checked, the Black Swan has a modus tollens.
Measurements. And what about the Foucault's pendulum? Back in 1851, Leon Foucault hung a massive pendulum in Paris that showed the world something amazing. As his pendulum swung, its plane of swing, which is its inertial plane of reference, rotated throughout the day.
And why is it rotating? Oh, I know. Because they have to keep it moving. With a magnetic pin. So they're literally pushing it and nudging it with a force.
If Earth were rotating, a pendulum would always be in motion.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But not just that. The is still attached to Earth, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it would not be in the inertial reference frame, Ozien. It's still part of the non-inertial reference frame. So, you don't know your physics, do you? But they have the audacity to say a plane is still rotating with Earth once it leaves the Earth's surface. This is the insanity these guys push. It's nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Earth was rotating around it, proving that the Earth itself is rotating. This effect changes with light.
Proving. Now there is proof. Okay. Note, guys, he just said in...
Did he not bring Einstein up at the beginning?
Yes, he did.
And then did Einstein not say that there were no way of testing whether...
No optical test will ever be able to show Earth's rotation.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy's debunking his own guy.
Yeah.
Right.
And then at 7 minutes and 30 seconds now, he says proof. And I can guarantee he's going to say science doesn't prove things.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Foucault's pendulum is not science. Just
Yeah,
in case
Ellen,
people ask. Hey, Ellen Ocean, what's up? He says it's hectic cold there.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Mikey was saying it's minus 50 where he was at.
yeah.
It's Fahrenheit, isn't it? Minus 50 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, something like minus 60 as well in Montana.
Wow.
Crazy.
Is that Fahrenheit? 50?
Yeah, Fahrenheit, yeah.
It'd be Fahrenheit, yeah. If it was minus degrees Celsius, they'd be dead, wouldn't they?
Hey, Rob,
What's that
take it.
for us, PJ, about 10 degrees or something?
Sorry?
What's that for us like, about minus 10 or something?
Yeah, I would say that. Probably something like that. I don't know the formula, but that sounds about right.
Latitude is fastest at the
Yeah, you see, Ellen Ocean, minus 33 there. So, yeah, I think that's about minus 10, minus 9 degrees Celsius.
poles and doesn't happen at all at the equator.
Not much
And
difference.
it
Minus 50 is minus 45. Once you get into that sort of temperature range, there's not much difference.
Yeah. But all I know is it's damn cold.
Yeah.
I don't get that
Baltic.
cold, Joe, in South Africa. Especially where I'm in Tanzania, it's very hot. So in winter we maybe reach 0, maybe sometimes -2. That's about it. That's like the coldest it's been here.
I bet that is cold for you though.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. That's why we don't really have cold if you put it into cold terms, like the guys get there at some places.
But like when you're used to it being like 30, 40, 50.
Yeah, I mean,
When it gets
we
to
average
-1, like I bet that
in
feels
summer we
proper
average
cold
about
for you.
we average about 37 to 40 degrees. Sometimes 45. So it's hot here. But
What? Where is Alan since -33?
he's in Montana.
He must be
isn't he?
joking around. So
Yeah,
hot.
but that's Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit, okay.
Yeah.
Who uses Fahrenheit, Alan? You are Danish.
Yeah, I see Seeking Salter, -40 degrees there. Oh, that's crazy. Virginia. Ooh. I actually almost, because I was studying, when I was doing the art, I was studying jewelry as well. I almost went to Virginia to carry on studying jewelry. Glad I didn't.
-33 Fahrenheit is -36 Celsius. So it's
Like, I've just said, mate,
colder.
said mine-
-36.
Yeah,
I've
there's a
just-
complicated formula.
What's
when you
going
get to
on?
minus-
that's pretty mad because I just
Come
checked.
into Google, that'll show you the formula.
Oh, okay.
I just did -50 degrees Fahrenheit and just to degrees Celsius, and it is Paul's right. It's -45
I thought it
degrees
was like
Celsius.
I thought minus Fahrenheit would be more, so I thought it'd be
How
like
does
minus
that
10 or
work?
something. Yeah.
How does that work? That formula must be like an exponential type of thing
Yeah.
in reverse. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. I can never imagine how -30 degrees can feel.
No, I can't.
But that's crazy because like when it's in the plus
cold.
in Fahrenheit, it's usually a big difference between the numbers.
I think
And-
worse we've seen it, PJ, in our lifetime. I
yeah,
reckon it's about -16.
Even
Yeah,
even that's cold.
probably that was probably about 883 or something, maybe.
Now,
85.
it was sometime in 2000s, like it
Oh,
was.
that. Oh, yeah. There was a time. 2010 was quite cold as well.
Yeah, that might be it, 2010, something like that.
2010 into 2011. Yeah, yeah. That's when I had my accident. Yeah, that was freezing.
Shit. It's crazy.
Reverses in the southern hemisphere. This is hard evidence observable by anyone, and it just doesn't work in a stationary Earth model. Now let's talk about high altitude balloons. These are not sci-fi gadgets. They are real and used regularly for atmospheric research.
You see, that's why I have a problem with Fahrenheit. You see, now Glenn's 70 degrees Fahrenheit right now. Okay? Now it's supposed to go down for Celsius then. So it's like, 30, 28 degrees or something?
Mm.
But when it's like in the minus now Fahrenheit, then it's
Right next to each
it's
other.
confusing.
It is, but I think the formula must make it like an exponential kind of sum. So in reverse, maybe. So like the more it does it, it more. I don't know. The numbers change, like goes bigger or goes smaller. I don't know.
Well, like 0 degrees C is plus Fahrenheit, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So when it gets to 0,
Mm.
something funky goes off.
Yeah, I don't know why
Yeah.
anybody
Yes.
will use
Split to
Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Why use
I
Fahrenheit?
don't understand. It's a stupid way to do it. That doesn't make sense.
I think we should all
Just remove it and use Celsius.
I think everybody should
That-
just use Kelvin.
Yeah. It's easy, isn't it?
I think we should just use cold and hot.
Yeah, it's
It's
cold
just-
or it's hot.
Yeah, it's just like feet. Just like feet. Remove feet too. Feet also bullshit. Get it away. It's dumb. You know, those calculation methods, it's just remove them. We don't need them. We got better ones.
Well, I mean, when they talk about those cold temperatures, I imagine you like the what's it? The Day After Tomorrow movie.
Yeah. Everything's just froze.
Oh, Lord.
Hey Ryan, what's up? Good to see you.
You walk outside and your eyeballs freeze up.
I mean, they're not very precise. Even feet are not very precise. You can't even get my actual height in feet. It's impossible because the numbers don't add up. You know, you have to go, oh, you are about this, about that. You know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Hey, Matthew Eastman. Good to see you, man. Yeah, see, Glenn Shell says 7 degrees Fahrenheit is 21 degrees Celsius. It just doesn't make sense to me. Nah, I don't know.
Don't you just add 32 degrees and it makes it easy, right?
No, it's confusing.
Yeah, it's confusing.
Why do you start on 32 degrees Fahrenheit for 0 degrees Celsius? Just start on 0.
Because some asshole wanted it that way.
How can 0 be 30 odd degrees Fahrenheit?
Yeah, how can it be a
That's my
plus?
core
Then
temperature.
when it gets down to minus 33, they're similar. That's where I lose it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Search.
minus 33 F should be something like minus 60 C. Or something. To me, like I'm thinking anyway.
It's weird. It's weird because water freezes at 0. It's at a 0, and then from then on it's minus. But in Fahrenheit, it's a plus. Like it feels as though it should be melting the water, melting ice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it feels like.
Crazy.
Well, the funny thing about it is in America, the only time we talk about Fahrenheit is whenever it's hot outside. Like we say it's 115 degrees. But whenever it gets cold, we suddenly switch to Celsius because it sounds colder. So just remember that.
That's even crazier, Ryan.
So you can't decide which system
But
you
that's
want to
pretty
use.
much how Americans do it. I don't know why. It's just like whenever it's cold outside, they always say, "Oh, it's 5 below," and it'd be like, "No, it's 37 degrees." And they're like, "No, no."
But you guys even
It's like,
you
no, why
guys
do you
even
switch it?
drive on the wrong side of the road. What's wrong with you people?
I know what's that
Wrong
about?
side.
Yeah.
Only person in the right mind is the lefty, right?
Oh, come on. That's you guy. No, Flatzoid. Is your country doing that weird stuff too? It's literally
Either
the
way, a roundabout
most
works
of
the
the
same
world
way. Whether
drives
you go
opposite
left or
of
you
you
go
guys.
right, it still works the same way.
Because it's that mad that even when I go on Grand Theft Auto, I drive on the left hand side, and in Grand Theft Auto,
Yeah.
you're driving on the right.
It would feel so weird sitting in the right side of the car. I would
Oh, it's
no,
normal.
I would not even want to go anywhere. It would feel dangerous
It's
not having my
normal,
left
man.
safe.
It's
No,
normal.
left is passenger side, dude.
Yeah, but not here, man. No.
Crazy, isn't it?
Imagine people that drive American cars in England. That's even scarier.
Uh-huh.
Well, like
Oh, I
that-
wouldn't. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, because I
It's
mean we
that
had
is
people
scary.
there that you got we
Come
usually
on, if you've driven a truck, then you've driven something wider than normal. And
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
mean-
you're trying,
a
you're
lot
trying
of
to
the times
overtake.
a
If
lot
you're
of the,
trying to overtake and if you're trying to overtake when you're in the wrong hand drive for your country, then you've got to come out further, and you might get smashed on when you're coming out. You know what I mean? Because you can't see.
But I mean, even we got a lot of people that import cars from America and stuff, because I mean we like our muscle cars that we don't get, so we can only import it. So we get like the GTOs or the Ferraris and stuff, and then the steering wheel's on the wrong side, and you still have to drive on the left side of the road. So it's really messed up.
Yeah, so how do you
Yeah.
overtake?
It's just weird. Yeah, you overtake normal. It's just everything feels different because the steering wheel's on the wrong side of the road.
Car in front of you when you're on. If you're on left and you try to overtake
Come
it
out
right,
further. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see. It's just your blind spots are different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, when I was living in Thailand, it's another thing, you know. Yeah, they drive in the other side of the road, but the car inside is the same as here. So you sit in the left side of the car, but you drive the left side of the road.
Michael, what you'd probably have to do is if you think about it, just like slow down a bit so you drop back. So when you come out, you can see further. Do you know what I mean? You drop back
I
a
got an
little bit.
idea. You know why we can
You
see?
just need side mirrors.
You guys know why we can see? Because it's flat.
Of course, yeah.
Way to go. Throw that one in there.
Guys ready to go on with the show?
Yeah.
I think that tonight we're
Sure, why
having
not?
nice conversations other than Ozien's stupidity.
And the Ascend. They measure pressure and temperature changes, showing a clear gradient from the Earth's surface to the edge of space. This gradient is gradual transition, not a sudden drop-off as you'd expect in a world where gravity holds an atmosphere next to the vacuum of space. This aligns perfectly with the laws of thermodynamics and entropy.
What?
Does it?
No.
Does it?
Wait, he just contradicted his globe. Look what he just said.
out the
I
day.
heard this goes against gravity pulling on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
I
Hey,
heard that.
Josh. Good to see you, man. Listen.
Because the Earth was rotating around it, proving that the Earth itself is rotating. This effect changes with latitude, is fastest at the poles, and doesn't happen at all at the equator, and it reverses in the southern hemisphere. This is hard evidence, observable by anyone, and it just doesn't work in a stationary Earth model.
Okay, listen to
With
this.
anyone.
Yeah, that's why we have
Listen.
pendulums going opposite directions, pendulums not rotating. Like we got 4 in South Africa, and every single one of them are out of commission. Why? Because the Earth doesn't rotate. It's bullshit.
Now let's talk about high altitude balloons. These are not sci-fi gadgets. They are real and used regularly for atmospheric research. And the
Yeah, that's why NASA's the highest.
Who said there was
Yeah,
sci-fi?
we said that.
Who
Yeah,
said there was sci-fi?
that's what I want to know. So is he conceding then that they are all Satelloons?
ascend, they measure pressure and temperature changes, showing a clear gradient from the Earth's surface to the edge of space. This gradient is gradual transition, not a sudden drop off as you'd expect in a world where gravity holds an atmosphere.
See, not a sudden
Yeah,
drop off where you expect gravity to hold an atmosphere. So he just literally says it's not gravity holding it down. Well done, Ozien. What?
Nuts, isn't it?
Next to the vacuum of space. This aligns perfectly with the laws of thermodynamics and entropy, and is yet another piece of real-world evidence contradicting the flat Earth model.
No, the fact we have pressure gradients means it's contained. You just conceded.
They all say pressure gradient, right? Are they not forgetting
They
that
said when they don't even know
pressure
they just ruined their whole
gradient?
argument.
Sorry, Michael, yeah?
I was just saying, like, they all say pressure gradient, like, as though it's like, why? I'll just debunk that. You're saying pressure gradient, that means you've had pressure first to have a gradient.
Exactly. They don't get this argument. Hey, Tony, good to see you, man. It's so simple. This is why I bring up the 1, 2, 3 argument. Number 3 is pressure gradient. It can't exist without having number 2. Number 2 is pressure. Number 2 can't exist without number 1. Number 1 is containment. So without number 1 being the containment, then number 2 pressure, then number 3 pressure gradient, they can only work in that order. Oh, wow. Hey, Josh Jones, good to see you. Thanks for coming.
So here's the deal. In this debate, and in science in general, we need to base our beliefs and arguments on evidence, not just what feels right or what seems to make sense on the surface. The evidence for a spherical Earth is overwhelming, consistent, and observable by anyone willing.
Can I just jump in and mention belief again? Like, I'm pretty sure, as flat earthers, we know it's right. It's not a belief. Like the globe Earth and all its stupid fantasy is a belief.
Exactly. Wow.
To look. To Kaleb, my opponent, and to everyone watching, I encourage you to consider the evidence, the real hard evidence, from centuries of scientific inquiry and exploration. The shape of our planet isn't just a matter of opinion, it's a matter of fact.
Sorry, shape of planet. Planet already is begging the question what the shape is. You know planet means spherical.
He's wondering star, doesn't it?
Yeah, what the hell? That's not bias at all, is it?
You know, they all seem to forget that. Like, I think ballers think we were born flat earthers and we weren't. We all believe this same bullshit.
Yeah, we were indoctrinated too.
And then we started to see alls in it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so like this guy can't come and push heliocentrism back on me. It's not happening.
And if you think about it, we've seen the holes in it as kids. We just believe because the elders told us.
Hey, Angle Elevation, what's up? Wow. Guys, please hit the like, share the show. Really, really does help to get the show out to a wider audience. You guys rock.
With pictures. demonstrated by relentless pursuit of truth by scientists across history, including those who faced unimaginable adversity. In this debate, it's not just about proving a point. It's about respecting the legacy of scientific discovery and acknowledging the hard work, the genius, and the perseverance of those who have dedicated their lives to understanding and expanding our knowledge of the universe.
You do know that scientists, quote unquote, get paid for what they do.
Yeah, I've not seen no genius linked to Ball Earth.
No, I was just about that. I haven't had so much crap in all my blooming life.
This guy's trying to make a guy sound like they're some kind of saint.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know how much money these so-called scientists get?
Deifying scientists.
What? A scientist doesn't make science. Everybody's a scientist if you do the scientific method.
Well, they do science off a belief, and in order to keep getting money, they have to try and produce evidence to get more money. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it all works off a belief.
Yeah, but that's why they try to get it to peer review, because it's all got to do with publishing rights. It's got to do with money.
Yeah. You wouldn't be classed as a good scientist if you didn't have any conclusions here and there, would you?
And this has been showed as well. It was exposed. It showed. Peer review today is all about publishing rights. It's about money. It has absolutely sweet bugger all to do with actual science. It's got to do what will give me more money.
Right.
To disregard this is to turn away from a rich history of human achievement in favor of unproven, unsupported, fringe theories.
That just sounds to me like projection.
No.
So as we move forward in this discussion today, let's keep our focus on the evidence, on the science, and on the remarkable human journey of discovery that has brought us to our current understanding of this incredible spherical world we call home. Now, I have a short clip. I got permission
from remarkable about
MC
man deceiving men.
This is crazy.
To post a beast trip to Antarctica.
Oh, he's just using the Mr. Beast. Oh, so you do use Mr. McToon's arguments, you idiot. McToon thinks that they showed the sun for 24 hours in Antarctica. No, they didn't.
Of course.
How did Mr. Beast destroy Flat Earth?
And there goes the plane!
Mr. Beast went to Antarctica to destroy Flat Earth.
We're literally at the bottom of the globe at the coldest place on Earth.
My goodness. Is he
Did you guys watch this video from Mr. Beast? From McToon?
I think I've seen bits.
I don't need to watch it because
the video
it's not been done before, is it?
Yeah, but the video McToon did totally cherry-picked parts from Mr. Beast's video and made the most horrendous assumptions.
Didn't Mr. Beast go to debunk flat Earth? Like?
No.
All right. So that's a straw man then.
Yeah, the whole video is straw man. It doesn't stop. It just gets more idiotic. Just listen. This is like a troll video, actually.
There's actually a ring around us that's containing the water.
They even think the sun moves between the smaller Tropic of Cancer and the larger Tropic of Capricorn, then moves back to the Tropic of Cancer every year.
Let me and you go to Antarctica, spend a week there in the summer.
What it does.
Sorry?
That's exactly what it does.
Yeah. I was going to say,
doing that.
Why would you be so incredulous about that when
sun moves to closer tropic to me, it's higher in the sky.
Yeah.
When it moves further away, as in winter now, it's lower in the sky. That suggests it's moving away and coming close.
And let's see if the sun does a 360-degree circle all the way around us. If so, it's a ball.
But what about the sun? Did it ever set?
The hard part about Antarctica is the sun never goes down. You don't know when it's night or not.
Sun never does go down.
Does he say you see the sun?
No.
Let's ask colloquially a question for you guys. If you don't see the sun, okay, at sunset and it's still light, did you say the sun went down but it's still light? No. You just don't see it.
I don't see it.
But it's still up.
Yeah, it always is.
Oh wow, hey Salt.
It doesn't rest. It doesn't have a little break, go to bed, come back up. Yeah.
But you see, that's what I'm saying. What he did, he cherry picks and straw mans based on it. So he's literally misrepresenting what was said there.
Yeah.
Probably asleep because it's 4 a.m. The sun literally never goes down in Antarctica, so night one was rough.
It's the next morning, and I don't know if I'm.
Notice how Mr. Beast didn't show the 24-hour time lapse, McToon. Just to let you know.
Supposed to get out of bed or not, because the sun's just always up.
Currently 2:30 a.m. and the sun is as bright as ever. That's because here in Antarctica, the sun never sets. Just goes like this.
The sun does a 360.
How big is Antarctica, guys? According to the globe?
Massive.
A huge continent, okay?
Yes.
It's bigger than Australia, correct?
Yeah.
Looks that way, yeah.
Okay. Can you see the sun constantly in Australia?
No.
No.
Why would you expect it to see it constantly on a bigger continent?
Yeah.
Huh.
Exactly.
Yeah. Makes so much sense.
6-degree circle all the way around us. If so, it's a ball.
So let's have a look where
See what I mean? Cherry picking. Yeah, and misrepresenting what is said. Well done, McToon.
the sun would have to be on Pancake World at 2:30 in the morning. They were at Union Glacier, which is the same time zone as Southern
Pancake World.
And you know, he just literally debunked his own argument. Remember in the beginning he said, "Oh, it's a continent; it can only happen here." Now he's pointing out the location on a Gleason map.
Yeah.
So it can have a location on the Gleason map then. Notice that it is by a ice shelf where everybody in Antarctica always goes. They never go to the middle of Antarctica or through it. They always go to the ice shelves. Why? Yeah, what do you guys say?
No, I'm just agreeing. In that little space there, that's a lot of miles. You know what I mean? It might look small there, but that's a lot of miles. That little ridge.
Exactly.
You could easily mistake that for the outskirts of a continent.
Chile, GMT minus 3 hours. At 2:30 a.m. on the Terra Tortilla, the sun would be.
I want to know something. Isn't Ozien supposed to be sharing his show? So in other words, this whole thing is a recording. This alone shows it's a recording because he would have to share his screen.
Yeah, I bet when he comes back, he's got a different colour t-shirt or something.
Yeah, because James, he would first ask James, "Can I share?" and James would have to accept it. This was like seamless.
Well, and the mod didn't say anything, so he must have known.
So he knows it's then recorded, pre-recorded.
Directly over the South Indian Ocean. That's as far away as possible from where Mr. Beast was if we use the flat Earth map. But the sun was up. At the exact same time, all of North America was enjoying a dark, dark night, even though North America is much closer to where the sun is on the dirt pizza.
Thanks, James, for hosting this debate, and thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Let's keep the conversation grounded in science and respect for the work of great minds and in a shared pursuit of truth.
Thank you very much for that opening. And folks, if it's your first time here at Modern Day Debate, want to let you know Modern Day Debate is a neutral platform hosting debates on science, religion, and politics. I'm your host, James. Our goal, our vision is to provide a neutral platform so that everybody can make their case on a level playing field. Also want to let you know, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe.
Hey, it dropped a bit of FE in there. Level playing field.
Exactly.
Nice.
Button. We have plenty more debates coming up. And with that, we're going to jump over to Caleb's opening statement. Thanks so much for being with us. Caleb, the floor is all yours.
Thanks for having me, James.
See what happens when he shared his screen now?
Yeah.
See what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So Ozien wasn't even live there. He was having a pre-recorded on. Nice.
Can you share my screen? Is it sharing now? Okay, perfect. So we are debating modern cosmology or the globular Earth claim versus flat Earth claim. And no, I will not be reading from a script. I will be going over a presentation that I made literally yesterday.
That's a good one, Caleb.
So, is the Earth a ball or is it flat? Let's talk. The Earth is not an oblate spheroid. Is it moved now? Did it move? Okay, there we go. Okay, I'll have to pay attention over here. There is no accurate empirical way to substantiate the radius and circumference claimed by modern-day academia. It is purely just an assumption, usually baked into math equations and then reified into reality, into the minds of very religious zealots that just follow scientism without any question. Basically, people just take scientists' word as if it's just a straight-up fact. They don't.
There we go. What he just said literally already debunked everything Ozien argumented. They just take what scientist says as fact. Yeah, appealing to authority doesn't make science. Agreed. Good start.
Don't need to know the details. They can't regurgitate the evidence or the academic literature. They literally have no idea what's going on with it. They just, believe. Kind of like a religion. Anyway, if the scientific method, which Ozien happily talked about, I think we'll be talking about that plain. If the scientific method is demanded to be followed, the globe Earth proponents typically cry and claim insane things like the scientific method can be changed based on the field you are discussing. I've seen multiple people do this. It's becoming very normal recently.
Yeah, it's because of pseudoscience. And I'm glad Caleb's picking up on this. Yeah, exactly. There's still one method, but they try and skip steps in the method, but it's still a singular method.
Well, not only do they skip steps, but they try and exaggerate what it is. Like they'll try and tell you can have more than one IV when it's called an IV, not IVs.
Independent variable. Yeah. I mean, it's very clear cut. Scientific method. Independent variable.
Right.
Yep, singular.
Not to understand, is it?
A lot of globe Earth proponents are saying that, oh, no. The scientific method is relative. You can change the steps based on what kind of science you're doing. That is not how the scientific method works. It's very strict, and we'll talk about it further in this presentation. So, the globe Earth proponents cannot...
And what he's got on screen now debunks everything Ozien just said as well. Well done, Caleb. Your opening presentation already obliterated Ozien. Every single point he brought up. He doesn't even have to go further than this.
Not substantiate one. Motion of the Earth in the form of axial rotation, orbit around the sun, or motion of the solar system. 2. Physical convexity to the surface of the Earth, specifically the ocean's surface. To assume that the ocean's surface is convexing at a rate of 8 inches per mile squared. And yes, Globers, 8 inches per mile squared is an accurate approximation, which lines up with every other mathematical model of the curvature of the Earth up to 3,000 miles. So we're definitely not seeing past 3,000 miles or anywhere near 3,000 miles.
I think it's 1,000 miles though, not 3,000. But fine enough. Yeah.
It doesn't really matter, does it?
No, it doesn't matter. It is a good approximation, which we are unable to observe that far. So, based on that critical analysis, it's not curved.
Just what you doing about the vehicles?
Someone's got hectic papers. This load, mate.
Oh my god, why is it unmuting? I thought I was unmuted the last 15 minutes.
Sounds like you're doing origami with glass.
No, I was taking some plastic trash out just next to the mic.
It sounds like you've flicking through photos of Ozien and different anti-flat earthers and trying to find which one you're going to paint on your wall and throw a dart at.
I thought you were smoothing out the front door with sandpaper.
Just plastic.
Very accurate approximation. They cannot substantiate the existence of a vacuum of 10 to the negative 17 torr adjacent to the Earth's atmosphere. Gravity, definitely. A lot of people are entertaining this Newtonian gravity argument. I will not be entertaining that.
Brilliant. Thank you. And I agree 100% with that. Gravity is not a force. And anybody that says it's a force is ignorant or dishonest. If you still say gravity is a force, you have no deal in this argument, because then you're just stupid.
Anybody who wants to claim Newton anyway, what did Newton say about it?
He didn't want to be ascribed to it.
Exactly. So you can't really claim Newton.
I will not want to be ascribed to such an asinine postulation. It's idiotic. Gravity is not a force. So stop pushing it as a force, guys.
We're not going back to the archaic model of 1666, 400 years ago, to the stupid idea of mass attracting mass that's taught to children. We will not be doing that. We will be discussing relativity and the bending and warping of a fourth dimensional fabric called space-time, which has never been proved through science, through the scientific method. You cannot manipulate it. You can't feel it. You can't show it. Therefore, you can't follow the scientific method. It's just a pure thought experiment.
Exactly.
And they cannot solve the fine-tuning problems that exist within their model. I had a space there. Sorry about that. There's a lot of fine-tuning problems that plague all of cosmology. All of the claims about evolution, which we will not be getting into. Anyway, either way, there's lots of evidence for creation to the Earth, and flat Earth is one of them, as well as distances to quote-unquote planets or the moon or the sun. None of that can be substantiated through the scientific method. I would love to hear an argument for why it can. Things that suggest the Earth to be a level plane. I agree. Positive evidence or a positive claim requires evidence. To assume the Earth is a plane is to back it up with plane surveying, which is...
Plane surveying. Well done. 100% agree. Long distance observations. Yes, I agree, because it means it's not a globe. Fluid statics dynamics. Exactly. Hydrostatics does prove fluids seek level when at rest. So not curved. All our sensors, yeah, what do we observe? No rotation, no curve. Sorry?
All topography measured from a flat plane.
All topography is measured from flat, exactly. All these, yeah, this is just good. Well done. Based on Occam's razor, all these points hold true.
Assumes the Earth is flat and flat for 100 square miles. All long-distance observations made past the radius and circumference claim all prove and suggest that the Earth is flat. Fluid statics and dynamics, meaning when water is static and when it's moving, all suggest that the surface of the water is level, always. The simplest way to prove the Earth is flat is the oceans. The oceans are not holding convexity at 8 inches per mile square. That's like the most illogical thing anyone can assume, and there's absolutely nothing to back it up. And all the pictures are literally admitted to be Photoshop, other than a couple which they could be using trickery with models and things like that, taking outside of a freaking...
Sorry?
I was just saying amen, but it didn't need to carry on with that. It should have just left it at that.
Yeah.
Like...
yeah, he's already got the argument in, so... But I think he's trying to make up for the time.
In aircraft on the surface of the Earth.
And he is breaking up a bit.
Secondary evidence. You can't just suggest, oh, NASA has a picture of the globe. They said they got it in 1972. You weren't there, first off. Nobody knows who took the picture. They can't even decide who took the picture. So even the ones that are claimed to be real could literally be them making a model and on the surface of the Earth taking a picture of that model on the Earth's surface. No evidence otherwise. Again, long-distance laser observations, which FE Core has done plenty. Lasers shoot, and they do not curve around the curvature of the Earth. And whenever we shoot them over bodies of water, guess what? They show it's flat, because water is always level at the surface, proving the Earth to be a level plane. Long-distance mirror flash observations. We have observations of mirror flashes like over 20 miles from a 0-foot observer height. Globe's dead. Just there. Literally.
Yep, to Boo Conspiracy. Whoop whoop, shout out.
There, you can just move on knowing the Earth's not a ball. And I would also argue common sense suggests that the Earth is flat. The amount of like mental gymnastics and just ad hoc assumptions you have to make to believe in this religion of globular Earth is astounding to me sometimes. It actually blows my mind that people just
That's one of the
blindly
biggest
believe
things
this
for
crap.
me.
I want to
It's
talk about.
like so anti-common sense. It's ridiculous.
That's really crazy. Yeah, it goes against all logic. It literally goes against all logic. It's like, it's like saying you see people walk up to, let's say, you see a group of people with guns, you know, like rifles and stuff, looking all, dressed up as terrorists or whatever, walking to some kind of mall or something. You're just assuming, oh no, they're friendly terrorists. Is that common sense, or is it common sense saying those guys are about to do something really bad? Which is more common sense?
They're not going for a coffee at it.
No, you understand?
Well, like when you see reflections in lakes, big lakes, or you even see like sun or moon reflecting on ocean, and it's coming in a straight path along water. Like common sense tells you there that you wouldn't see that if it were curved.
Exactly.
Yeah. On a curve, the reflection should come to like the apex of the curve, all short and squished up. You know.
Well, globers don't know what logical deduction is, to be honest. They don't know what common sense is. I think that's like a swear word for them. What's common sense?
It's not very common.
I mean, last time I checked, it's common sense to understand if I don't observe something, it's more likely not to be true.
Yeah, but that's what it teaches. Like, ignore them senses. Like, ignore your eyes. Ignore whatever it is in your head that detects movement.
Yeah.
You know, ignore all them things. Like, they don't mean no.
About math, because I don't entertain math conversations when talking to globe earthers. A lot of people think math is a definitive way of deducing something existing or not existing in reality. Math is descriptive. Science explains. You have to use English to suggest something exists in reality. You can't just do a math equation of m1, m2 over r squared. Oh, there we go. Gravity's real, law of gravitation. No, it's a mathematical model describing the downward acceleration that we observe in mass. You have to describe with English how that works. And mass attracting mass is not going to be entertained. And bendy space-time...
I agree. Because mass doesn't attract mass.
Time makes absolutely no sense and goes against all logic. So math can describe patterns in relationship. It is inherently descriptive and does not necessarily imply the existence or corresponding entities in the external world. So simply math doesn't prove anything. You can use it to be accurate, but at the end of the day, it proves absolutely nothing. We have to use science, specifically the rigorous scientific method. Let's talk logic. I like that Ozien went over this. The positive claim does have the burden of proof. The negative claim does not. Flat is just a description of a surface. You can have a flat triangle. You can have a flat square.
Yep. This is why they always strawman us. They say, oh, but there's mountains. And no shit, Sherlock. I mean,
hey, it's not flat.
Do they actually think that we think that mountains are level?
But understand, saying flat Earth is just literally the name given to say it's a horizontal plane. Okay, there's topography. Topography exists. No one says there's no such thing as topography.
The problem is that topography is measured from a flat plane.
And that flat plane is flat. That horizontal flat plane is flat.
We're not specifically making a positive claim. We're just saying overall the Earth's surface seems to be flat. So the globe is specifying a very specific dimensions to the Earth's surface. The radius being 3,959 miles, the circumference being 24,901 miles. We need extraordinary evidence for that claim. Exactly. I have been doing this for 3 years. There is none. We will not hear anything today that logically substantiates that the Earth is convex at the surface, specifically over the oceans, is what I want. If I say I don't believe the Earth to be a paraoblate spheroid, it is now the burden of the opposition to substantiate their extraordinary claim that the Earth is a ball, like I just went over. Let's talk the scientific method. I like to go over.
Something Ozien doesn't understand.
scientific method.
See, this is a problem I have, right? Why are they all not on the same page? Like, someone say it's a sphere, some say it's an oblate spheroid. Gas Tyson says it's a pear. What shape is it, like, according to heliocentrism?
It's a
It
teardrop.
should be an egg in reality.
It's a teardrop, guys.
No, but, like, how are you supposed to argue with these people when they're not all on the same page?
Yeah, they're inconsistent.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is 13 miles, isn't it?
Yeah. And the thing is,
So it's not a perfect sphere, but you wouldn't be able to see a difference if
Yeah.
it's 13 miles, and that's what they're claiming.
Yeah, but,
different.
but I mean, last time I checked, if you got a hill that's 24 kilometers difference, I think it's quite measurable. Why is it not measured? If it's it should be measurable. 24-kilometer difference in elevation should be measured, but it's not. Yeah. By the way, guys, do subscribe to Bible Use channel. Really well with your oath, but this is the link to her site. Click on the site and make it as a bookmark. She's really got some awesome content on there. Shout out to Bible U. Paula rocks. Okay.
For these steps, because
Sorry.
I said Paula does rock.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She's a fountain of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Biblically. Brilliant.
I hope Ozien's going to pay attention to the scientific method there.
none of the Globers know the steps of the scientific method. Observation, question, hypothesis, experiment. Experiment is necessary.
Yes.
Data collection, analysis of the data, and then conclusion. And you have to have controls. Sorry, Globers, I'm so sorry. This is never followed. When giving globe Earth evidence, they never mention dependent variables, independent variables, and controls. A dependent variable is a variable that you measure in an experiment. It depends on the changes you make to the independent variable. So it's static, the dependent variable. The independent variable is the variable that you manipulate. I will need independent variables described. I will need dependent variables described. And I will need controls described in all of the evidence that is claimed to be evidence for.
Yep, and Ozien made the claim on science for the globe, correct? So you would have to give an independent variable, a dependent variable, and control variables for his positive claim. It's science proves the globe. So this should be good.
For a globe. I'm sure we will get none of that. More evidence of modern cosmology being wrong. Emergency flight path landings. When we're flying from Auckland to Peru, we're flying on the bottom side of the ball if we assume the Earth's an oblate spheroid. And good enough, they cross the equator thousands and thousands of miles during an emergency flight path landing to land in Los Angeles. And then as you see here, if you map it over a flat Earth, right on course. Right here. Vacuum next to non-vacuum. High pressure systems seek low pressure system every single time. You cannot show me gas pressure in the form without a container. The way that we measure gas pressure is the exhortation on the container. I can't just tell you, you know what, go grab me a handful of nitrogen.
Exactly. Gas pressure requires the containment. That's how the pressure exists, because of the containment.
Pressing on the container.
Yeah, the gas has to return to give a reading. If it's not returning, it can't give a reading.
Nitrogen. Please, just go grab me a handful of that. No, you have to have a container. So, proving that the atmosphere has some sort of container. I wouldn't make any positive claims of what it is, what the shape of it is, the distance to it, but the laws of thermodynamics and the laws of fluid mechanics necessitate that we have a container to our atmosphere. Just common sense if you understand them. A lot of Globers seem to think that the southern pole star and the northern pole star prove the Earth is a ball. Guys, wake up. You can't have a stationary star in the north and the south if we're on a spinning, wobbling pear shooting through a vacuum at 500,000 miles per hour, as well as an expanding...
Sorry, Michael?
I was just laughing. Like,
yeah,
it's true. Like, no star should be stationary, according to heliocentrism.
Exactly, and yet, what happens? We got Sigma Octantis and we got Polaris. Although Sigma Octantis is not really It's just
A star, is it?
Yeah, it's just a point they gave for the southern rotation.
Universe. That all of the stars are supposed to be doing their independent movements, independent of one another, but yet they stay the exact same for thousands of years, like they're fixed in a medium or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Anyway, here's the sun destroying the globular Earth. You can see over 80 miles. The sun is backlighting the skyline of a city. Completely doesn't work on a ball. You can scream.
80 miles. Isn't that city supposed to be behind the Earth curve?
Well behind.
Well behind light.
Weird.
Might probably 100 feet or so, maybe more. I don't know exactly.
And then I want to ask you, do you see anything there? No.
No.
So they would say, oh, you don't see it because it's behind Earth curve, correct?
You just can't see it because it's not backlit.
Oh, so you can't see forever.
Exactly.
Hey, Rider, what's up? Good to see you, man.
Screen refraction and cryofraction all day. I will need controls in the form of independent variables to prove that refraction is casting the image up into the horizon like a superior mirage. That's nonsense. Another longer range observation was made. I can't remember the specific name of the guy, but he made an observation from Palestine to Crete over 616 miles. There would need to be 40.
But you're forgetting, Caleb. This is when the Globers say, "Nah, he didn't see Crete. He saw
clouds."
Yeah, he saw clouds because it goes against my model, and it's impossible on my model to let me make an excuse. It has to be
and
clouds.
You weren't looking that way because I'm going to strawman your position and your view right.
Yeah. People are idiots. But you see, this is the problem.
Wanker.
You see, this is why I call them dishonest. Instead of just accepting, okay, yeah, that's evidence against my globe belief. Let's rather make shit up and say it can't be what you claim because I think it's clouds. What?
I don't get these anti-flat earthers, like, because I was offered truth and I took it. Right? What is wrong with them, like, to defend, like, to defend things that they can't defend?
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with them?
But I mean, look at it this way. I call them dishonest because they always want to preach, say, oh, but guys, prove to us the globe's not correct. Okay, here's an observation. Here we can see Crete, which should be impossible on your globe. Oh, no, that can't be true. I'll tell you what the problem is. No, it has to be clouds. Instead of saying, okay, yeah.
That's my point. When offered truth, why are they denying it? Are these people even honest? Like,
no, not at all.
No.
Not at all, because they can't accept their globe is falsified. They can't accept it.
NPCs.
Mm-hmm. Because no matter how much evidence you're going to show them their religion is wrong, they'll always come up with some excuse to say, why, no, you're just wrong. It doesn't matter what you show. Hey, LSG, good to see you, mate.
They're going to be has-beens, aren't they, eventually, like, because I'm not being funny. When you speak to people on the street, you don't get pushback that you do on YouTube.
No, definitely not. It's a total different ballgame. When you're talking to normal globers compared to internet anti-flat earthers, there's a big difference.
Of course.
Miles of physical curvature between the 2 points, suggesting, again, the Earth is over water, specifically. Obviously, there's topography, right? Ozien, but water is flat. Every time that we observe it in reality, that's just common sense. There's the evidence for it. You can fill a large body of water in the form of a pool, and guess what? Unless a force is acted upon the surface of the water, it will be level.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it seeks level.
And last but not least, globers, they always cry, dude.
I got an answer for this. Refraction. It's selective refraction, guys. Just like when they have selective gravity, this is what they call selective refraction.
Well, do you know when you go outside, right, and you see sun and moon above you, what does that suggest?
Yeah, the sun and the moon's not supposed to be together.
No, exactly.
And this happens for most of the days in the year here in South Africa. I can show how many observations that the sun and moon are both fully up together in the sky. And yet we still see phases of the moon as well.
Yeah.
Why? How?
Exactly. How?
If it's supposed to be lighting up the moon and it's both above the horizon, there shouldn't be phases of the moon.
Exactly. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how there's any excuse for that.
Really idiots. Really, it's stupid.
Lunar eclipses, man. Dude, if we're on the dirt pizza, as McToon would say, if we're on the dirt pizza, we should see a flat shadow. We see a selenilian eclipse where not only the shadow cast onto the moon comes from the top to the bottom, debunking the globe can't work, as well as we're seeing the sun and the moon at the same time. And it's an often eclipse that is observed in reality. So most of the evidence that I really want to make some laws of blurs, like McToon does, because most of the evidence that is purported to prove the Earth is a ball, most of it completely destroys it. So when actually analyzed honestly.
Exactly,
Yeah,
Caleb.
it does. It does.
Exactly, Caleb. Well done.
Other than that, I think that's my last slide. And that's the end of my presentation. I guess let's get on to the open conversation. I'll stop sharing.
Well done, bro.
For that opening statement as well, we are going to jump into the open dialogue. A couple of quick house.
Yeah, I have nothing wrong with what Caleb had in his opening. Very good opening, Caleb. Actually,
Absolutely.
better. It's an actually better opening he had than what he did against FTFE, by the way.
Yeah.
More concise.
Yeah, well, he's learnt since then.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm led to believe he's seen QE as well. So.
That's good.
Housekeeping things, folks. In particular, if you can hit that like button, not for me, but for
guys,
you.
hit the like button, please. Really does help to get the show to a wide audience. And hit the shares as well, so people know we're streaming. 95 votes so far, guys. Who did it better? Who did better? Kaleb 60% and Ozien 40%.
Yeah, man.
So game over already, isn't it? Like there's no.
The opening from look at this way. Ooh, someone's having hectic.
Somebody's phone's going on.
Yeah.
It's you never hear that sound anymore, do you?
No, it's weird.
Michael, is that like one of the first Nokias ever?
That was like the old polyphonic. I was before smartphones. It was like the polyphonic ones.
Yeah, it sounds like that. Yeah.
You used to do that in your speakers if you were playing music and the phone went off. That's what it sounded like.
Always.
The
I hate it when it interrupted the music.
Hey, those were the bomb. You could drop those from some building and just put it back together again and use it again.
I still got a couple of those old phones around. They all work.
Huh?
Okay.
It's only the batteries that ends up being crappy, you know. But the phone still turns on.
They brought back 3310s a few years ago, retro, back to 2017. They started bringing them out.
But they were never the same, though.
Not the same, no. They don't look the same.
8210 was best, that right?
Yeah, the little Mars bar one. Yeah, I like that one.
Everything Caleb brought in his opening already refuted everything Ozien brought. So he actually rebutted him in his opening.
Yeah.
Which was actually very good.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah. Grayson and Ozien, I'm never really, you know, I'm never surprised, I was going to say, but, you know, it's kind of opposite. They never really do anything that makes you go, wow, at all.
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
They always have the same arguments. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They're very predictable.
Algorithm.
Sorry?
Oh, no. They're parroting, I was going to say.
Ozien looks like Fu Manchu.
His shirt, his lighting looks different now, guys. So I am no doubt that he had it pre-recorded, that whole opening.
Yeah.
His lighting looks different.
Algorithm knows what to recommend to you more. So you can get the absolute best stuff you enjoy, but also we're going to have open dialogue. I got to tell you, gentlemen, it's imperative that you guys get equal time and that there are not interruptions. I can let a little bit go, but it's going to be pretty quick. If there's a lot of interruptions, I'm going to switch us into 2
1 minute. Watch Ozien compared to Caleb. Ozien looks like he's looking at like multiple screens, just like when Caleb debated Fight the Flat Earth, and he were looking at
Look at
screens.
multiple screens. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I really do think a lot of these globies work together.
I think they do.
You know what I mean? I really do think they do. Because have you seen, especially when they get a hard question they don't know, it's like they're trying to obfuscate for time, stall for time, and then all of a sudden they got like an answer for it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just really weird. And then when they get people like us, we either know or we don't know. As easy as that.
That's it.
It's not like we're trying to stall for time and then come up with an answer. They stall for time, and then all of a sudden they got an answer.
Minute intervals. I'm going to rule with an iron fist on this just so it doesn't get out of control. The other thing is, folks, do have to let you know there is a Q&A at the very end. So if you happen to have any questions, feel free to fire them into the old live chat. There are two ways you can do that. You can either tag me with @ModernDayDebate in the live chat, or you can also use a super chat as those go to the top of the list. And with that, thanks so much for being with us. Gentlemen, the floor is all yours for open dialogue.
I don't understand, like, you just to point out, like, you say math is descriptive. Okay, that's fine. Math describes what a thing is, and then we use explanations to explain what we're describing and why that thing is the way it is. So when you explain things, you use both the description of what it is and an explanation for why it is. There's no problem in that when you're giving a narrative for why something is. So we can use.
You don't know what descriptive is. Am I reading this right? Ozien doesn't know what descriptive is. Maths only describes things.
I think you threw maths out the window there, didn't
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he doesn't know what descriptive is. It's like he's trying to conglomerate descriptive and explanatory together. They're not the same thing, Ozien.
Math as part of our narrative. So I don't know why you're dismissing math entirely from these type of discussions. Not that I want to go into the math, but it seems like you ad hoc decided you're going to
dismissing math. Is just basically saying math is not reality, like, and it's just a descriptive language.
Yeah, and there's a whole reason why he said that too. Because remember when he debated FTFE? FTFE just said, well, I have an equation, so therefore true.
Yeah, exactly. The maths reality to these fools.
Just because I have an equation.
An equation on a whiteboard is reality to
yeah, it doesn't make.
And to fight the flat earth.
Yeah, but that's why I like bringing up the ice cream argument. If we go to an ice cream shop, and there's 4 of us, and I only order 2 ice creams, mathematically I can say, okay, let's just times it by 2 and we all have an ice cream. Reality doesn't mean we got 4 ice creams. Mathematically, I just described it as 4 ice creams because I multiplied it. But reality means we only have 2.
Yeah.
It's not hard to get that.
And like Spud said before as well was a good one. What was it? What 1 water drop and 1 water drop equals 1 water drop, doesn't it? It should be 2. That's what I'm saying. You can cheat with maths, can't you? Should be 2 water drops, but it's not.
Yeah, maths can be out, can't it? Like.
Yeah, exactly.
It's proper magician stuff.
Presuppose math was useless.
I mean, yeah, you said it yourself. You need the explanation, right? You need the science. You need to use the scientific method as well as the math. A lot of people just think they can throw out math and prove something. So I'd like to hear, what is your best evidence?
But you didn't agree with him, Ozien. You literally said that, and he said he agreed. You have to explain it and then have the math to describe it. The math is used to describe the data. That's what the math is used for. That's it. Not to explain what's going on. It's used to describe.
Hold on. What is your best evidence for the Earth being a ball? Please, go.
So you need both. You need both the math and the explanation. Well, we weren't done with that. You responded. I'm going to rebut what you just said. So you need both the math to describe what this thing is and an explanation. So you don't need the math at all. Just an explanation.
That's not what he said, Ozien. Already strawmanning the guy in the beginning.
You need neither of them to prove a ball.
No, what the hell?
You got to measure the twat.
Yeah. He's strawmanning him.
So you don't need to say that it's 5 miles away, and if we're going 60 miles per hour,
it's helpful.
how long it's going to take to get there. You don't. That's not an explanation to describe how long it takes to get there. You're just going to like, oh, it just took me a period of time.
This is actually Kaleb just stopped him and said, "That's not what I'm saying." So that's a total obfuscation tactic. That's a straw man. Actually, that's a red herring because it's totally going into different realms of what he's not even talking about.
I'd like to discuss the actual topic instead of math. Do you have any proof the Earth's a ball?
Well, that's just part of your opening argument.
He just asked you a question, Ozien.
Yeah, is deflecting.
Yeah.
You asked him 2 questions already, and both times he's not answering him. He's obfuscating straight from the start.
Yeah.
It was that we should ignore math. I want to get past that. We're not going to ignore math if it comes up during the argument. Is that correct?
Right, you know, when you ask somebody, what proof have you got that it's a ball? They should say, I haven't got any.
Exactly.
Because no one has any idea what shape this place is.
Exactly.
No one.
Yeah. LJ, thank you for your $2 super chat, mate. Really appreciate it. Welcome to James and Ozien versus Kaleb. But don't we usually see that on MDD, though? The moderators usually side with the Glober side. I know, I've seen that every single time I've debated there.
Yeah. Well, I think James is slightly different. Like, when I've seen James, it don't say much.
Yeah, but he tries. But
right?
James should be more assertive sometimes and said, okay, Ozien.
It's not a very good debating channel, though, Flatzoid. That's why it kills me when you go on it.
No, I don't think it's a bad channel, but I do think they do have their biases
I don't think it's
a bit.
a debate.
I just think they do have a bit of a bias.
Moderators they're not moderators, like. Not moderators at all.
If I have to be very hyper literal with my critical analysis on them, I'd say, yeah, they're very biased. But I'm not saying they would be. It's like, I wouldn't say it's very deliberate.
Well, they are biased, Flatzoid, but they don't moderate properly.
No, not all of them. And the thing is, I always get stuck with that Ryan dude. You know what I mean?
Right, I watched this Christian, it was Oneness Trinity debate. And moderator on there, what, proper keen.
Oh, yeah.
He held them both to task, like, and there's no moderation here, as far as I'm concerned.
But I've seen, when it comes to the Flat Earth, moderation is different. That's what I said. There's definitely more of a bias when it comes to the Flat Earth moderation compared to when it gets to the religious debates. Because I have been seeing, I love the religious debates on MDD. Usually, especially when they got like God Logic and David Wood versus the Muslims. I love it because the moderators actually do a good job. But yeah, I've seen it when it comes to Flat Earth debates.
Why ain't it done when it comes to Flat Earth?
They're very biased. They want to defend the globe as much as they can.
Yeah, Ryan might be a stoner. He's not. I don't think Ryan's a good moderator at all.
No, I don't think he is.
No, I just think he's slow.
Smokes too much weed, probably. Like,
but I must say, the last debate I had when Ryan was he did okay. He did his best he did okay.
In all fairness, you have to know a little bit about what's going off to moderate, don't you? Like, and I don't think that Ryan's got a clue.
But the person who I can literally say is a useless moderator.
And then to go on a baller after show after.
Mm-hmm. But
that is like.
Yeah, but definitely one of the worst moderators on MDD. I've definitely got no doubt about that. Is Amy.
Amy's the worst. Yeah.
That is not a moderator.
Yeah.
Emmy's not an Emmy either.
I was about to say it. She's not supposed to say that, but I didn't want to say anything. I didn't know what I was saying.
I'll say it. I'll say it. I've had a few beers.
Oh,
Do you have any proof the Earth's a ball? Can we discuss the topic at hand?
Yeah, I just showed a video of it. So obviously,
What about that?
What? You didn't show a video of it.
Do you know what I like about Kaleb? How calm he is, like.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's very calm.
I just showed a video of it. Is he on about the recorded bit he opened with? Is that what
No,
you're
he's
on about?
talking. He's talking about the McToon strawman
right.
video of Mr. Beast. Yeah.
Prove the Earth's a ball.
well, Dean Odo specifically said if you're at the South Pole,
Am I
and
him?
you can, if
Yeah, he's not Dino at all.
I don't know. Looks a bit Caleb-y to me.
if you're Dean Odo specifically said if. Well, let me ask this: if you're at the South Pole, should you see the sun go all the way around you in a great circle?
I didn't see a time lapse of them showing a 24
I
hour
asked
sun.
you a question. Can you answer the question?
He answered you. You didn't see a time lapse of it going around 24/7.
Yeah, he did answer. You just didn't like the answer.
Wow.
Question.
I didn't see a time lapse of
Can
them
you-
showing.
So you can't answer the question. I'm not asking you.
Is answering the question. If he didn't see a time lapse, that means no, Ozien. Last time I checked, that means no, correct?
About the results of their test, I asked you a question.
Yeah, that's never observed.
If you're at the South Pole and you see the sun go all the way around you in a
don't.
great,
That's the point. You don't, Ozien. That's what he's saying. You don't observe it, so that's a no. Get it? Is there other languages we can use that he can communicate to him? Near. Nine.
Thing for me, right? Neither person's been to Antarctica, so neither knows.
Yeah,
So it
there's
shouldn't
just.
be an argument in the first place between these two.
But don't you think it's idiotic that they present to us stitched together photography? They actually literally have to give us false stitched together video footage of it if it was
What
true.
you'd expect. I expect them to do that because they're liars.
Which it's going to Antarctica.
I heard that, yeah.
The
If
globe is a lie. It comes from someone who lies. It's defended by people who believe lies, so they lie. So yeah, you're gonna get that.
Exactly. And yeah, Whitsett's going to Antarctica. I heard that. So if he is, he's going to be doing. He said he's going to do the observation for the globies, and show the sun doesn't go around 24 hours in the sky.
Nice.
What are they going to do then? Are they going to say he lied?
Well, I hope he really does lie, but I can't see it.
Well, he's been planning it, so I hope he really does go. He'll be my hero.
Oh yeah, no cuts Friday.
It won't be as pink as he looks
Friday-
these days, will it?
I got to tell Friday. Yes, it was shown to be fake Friday.
Exactly, no cuts.
No cuts a foot, man.
Wow.
They can't even get the clouds right.
No. On repeat.
circle, would that mean the Earth is a globe?
No, it wouldn't necessitate that the Earth's a ball. It would be interesting. It would
How
be
would you
counter
ex-
evidence. Can I finish my point?
Yeah.
You good?
I shut up.
You seem to be talking. Anyway, so if there were a 24-hour sun, which has never, ever, ever been observed, never, there's not a time lapse out there of a 24-hour sun. Mr. Beast didn't show it. He showed multiple clips and he said, "Oh, guys, believe us, it's 2 a.m. He didn't show a clock or anything. That wasn't evidence that the Earth's a ball or that there's a 24-hour sun.
I also want to know, why would the cameraman be awake at 2 o'clock in the morning? You do know when he was so-called awake, Mr. Beast was sleeping. What would he be filming? Oh, he woke up early to take some shots at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that makes so much sense.
Simple as that. So
it's called testimonial. They testified the Earth was that the sun was up the entire 20.
No, they didn't. They didn't testify that. Again, this is exactly why I did that Kubrick video. You guys assume based on what you want to see. You make shit up and say that's what they said. You want to see what you want to see. Insinuations is why you're a glober. Wow.
24 hours they were there, which is just fine. I have no reason to doubt Mr. Beast is lying. Why would Mr. Beast lie about the sun going around in a great circle around them all 24?
Well, I don't know, because he gets a lot of flat earthers asking to make flat earth content.
Yeah.
That's just divining his motives. Again, nobody said Mr. Beast is lying. It's a saying when you say the sun doesn't go down because it's always light. It doesn't mean you're literally saying the sun never sets.
4 hours a day. 50 hours, actually. They were there for 50 hours.
You're genuinely asking me what what Mr. Beast's motive would be to lie about the shape of the Earth?
Exactly.
Yeah, you're calling him a liar, so please explain why he's lying.
No, I have the negative claim. You have the positive.
He's not calling him a liar, Ozien. You are making the claim on what Mr. Beast did. So you're the one saying what he did or not Kaleb. Kaleb's just pointing out there was no shown video footage, and Mr. Beast didn't specifically say, look, the sun, let's watch it for 24 hours time lapse. He could have done that, couldn't he? Could have been some cool footage, because it would have been the first one in history. And he had enough cameras to do it too.
Claim.
You just made a positive claim that he's being deceptive. That's your positive claim.
He never said that. He never said that, Ozien. Ozien's not doing very well. Really starting off bad. This is insane.
A burden of proof to prove to me that Mr. Beast is lying. Otherwise, you have to say, I just don't know. Maybe he's telling the truth.
So let me explain logic to you. If
I am
say,
explaining logic to you.
Can
Just
I talk?
to be sure,
You good?
let's give. All right, we'll give you about a minute, Kaleb.
Yep, thank you. So I have the negative claim in this conversation. It's specifically about Mr. Beast proving, and again, that's hilarious that you're using somebody else's evidence to give your claim. Like you took a video from McToon, knowing this conversation would happen, and played it in your intro after reading a script. Either way, I have the negative claim. I'm saying I don't believe Mr. Beast. I think he could be being deceptive. You're saying, oh, I think Mr. Beast is right. I have you have the positive claim. So your lack of positive and negative claim is not my problem.
Exactly.
Okay? So you have to substantiate that Mr. Beast saw a 24-hour sun. You can't.
Exactly. He's reversing the burden onto you. Well done, Kaleb.
Alan Norstrand's right, though, about time lapse. Time lapse is a cut.
It is actually.
Not with the little 20-minute video that he provided. He did not provide a time lapse. He did not show any compass readings. He did not show any clocks. None of that. So anyway, on to you. Let's hear what you have to say.
Oh, very clearly.
Just to be sure, though, just to back up, if it is the case, and it might not be, but if Ozien's right, Kaleb, that if you did say that Mr. Beast is lying, and it.
Sorry, James, you're the moderator. Why are you interrupting?
Yeah, I was just wondering about that.
That's wrong. That's not moderating. You're not supposed to be asking him questions.
No.
James. That's Ozien supposed to be. Because now you're white knighting for Ozien. You're literally rebutting. That's not bad. No, that's not right.
It's Ozien's, you could say, piece of evidence that, namely Mr. Beast's reasoning, is it seems fair that he can ask you in what way, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're like, wait, I didn't say that Mr. Beast was lying. I just want to be sure we're all on the same page, because I'm not sure if people know where you stand on this.
So I'm saying I have the negative claim with Mr. Beast's evidence.
That's true, Moomin Rider. I got more huff about my details on the orange floating than the Mr. Beast video about the 24-hour sun.
Yeah. Hi.
I'm saying he did
I'm
not
asking
prove
if
that
you said he was lying.
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
Okay, that was wrong from Kaleb. You shouldn't have done that, because now you played into the hands. He should have just said, no, I never said that. That would be divining his motives. That's all he should have said.
But he did say it, and and he's honest because he admitted he said it.
Yeah, but the way he said it wouldn't. You see now,
Yeah.
he's giving them a rope to pull. When you're in a debate, you're supposed to know ahead of the time, but this might just be based on experience.
Like in a debate, you shouldn't be calling anybody liars, should you? And then you ain't
Yeah.
got to defend that. Like.
Yeah, exactly. You must have evidence if you're going to call him a liar. That's the whole point. This should maybe just be with experience. He hasn't got the experience to know this. Don't fall for the trap because they led him into calling him now a liar. You understand? He wasn't giving him the rope of saying he specifically called him a liar. But now they gave him the rope and he took it. He took the bait. I think this comes down to experience.
See, like, maybe Kaleb don't know that there's people been to Antarctica and said they can't see it, son, you know?
No, he knows there isn't. He even said.
Yeah, it might know, like, well, I don't think he knows. He might have heard people say there's no 24-hour sunlight, but does he actually know anybody's been there?
Yeah, people's been to Antarctica, but who says the problem comes when they claim they go through Antarctica, you know what I mean? Or they see the 24-hour sun. I'm even subscribed to a guy that he has a blog style thing where because he works at McMurdo Station. There's never a 24-hour sun ever.
No, never.
So it's really, really idiotic that these guys can say this stuff.
Yeah.
But like I said, he fell for the trick now. Because now they got the thing and say, oh, but you just made a positive claim that he's lying. So now you have to back it up. So they reversed the positive claim onto Kaleb. Wow. And this is a debating strategy. And that's wrong from James because James literally handed him the rope. He defended Ozien here. Sorry, James, but that's not what moderators do.
Okay, so then Ozien, I think, is saying, like, hey, this is my piece of evidence, namely that this case or argument that Mr. Beast is putting forth. And then Ozien saying, okay, but can you explain to me how is Mr. Beast lying? It makes, it seems like it's reasonable to ask.
That would be asking me to go against logic. I have the negative claim, so I don't have to provide the burden of proof. So that's as simple as it.
Well, that's just not the case. You're making a positive claim that he's lying.
So if I tell you,
yes, Ozien was now correct. You have now taken the burden off of Ozien and placed it on yourself. So Ozien was correct there. Sorry.
Ozien, you know what, man? I can jump 100 miles into the air. Is it your burden to prove that I can't, or my burden to prove I can't? If you're providing that Mr. Beast brought claims and evidence that the Antarctic sun actually exists in the form of 24 hours, you have the burden of proof, not me. This is extremely simple. I actually went over this in my actual intro.
Yeah, and that's correct too, Kaleb. But the problem is, you just made another positive claim. So the burden of proof is on you to now show that he lied, and the burden of proof is still on Ozien for them to show that there's a 24-hour sun.
Can I ask you a question, Flatzoid? I've not seen this Mr. Beast thing. So
it's really stupid.
Did he show 24-hour sun or not?
No, he didn't.
Not at all.
Right. So
this whole argument for this case.
Kaleb don't need to defend it at all. Like, it can call it as a lie because Ozien said that it proved it.
Yeah, but that's the whole point I'm trying to make. Kaleb and Ozien is actually correct now, because Ozien has the burden of proving, providing evidence.
Ozien said that he proved it.
Yeah, but listen to what I'm saying. Ozien has the burden to prove a 24-hour sun, which there isn't. But now that Kaleb has taken the rope and said, yeah, I'll call Mr. Beast a liar, he now also has a burden. He just made a positive claim. So now he has to...
You said Mr. Beast didn't prove it.
He didn't. But there's a difference by saying... Yeah, but there's a difference by saying, I'm saying he's lying, or by saying who can divine his motives. You understand? There's a difference to that. He said he's lying. So because
Ozien did say that he proved it, though.
Yeah, that's why he's got a positive claim. They both have positive claims on the table now.
Can I just say, Paul's put a link in chat. It's for his first live stream, and the link and that's in there.
Awesome, so, yeah, guys, do click on there.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. But you understand what I'm saying, Michael?
Yeah.
That's why he shouldn't have accepted it. I mean, yeah, it's being honest, which is, like I was saying, yeah, it's lying. It's fine. But when you're in a debate, you have to think forward and say, okay, I'm not making any claim on his motives, so therefore you guys are just obfuscating and trying to reverse the burden onto me, because now they're going to ignore the fact that he's got a burden to claim, and they're always going to push it back on him for him to make the claim. And if he's not going to answer just like he said, well, then that makes him look dishonest, which is a cheap tactic. And this is, unfortunately, I have to put it to Kaleb as inexperienced when it comes to the debates, because he would read the situation and know how to avoid it.
Production, I don't know how we're doing.
No, you're making a positive claim that he's being deceptive.
I don't want to get bogged down. Forgive me, but it sounds like.
Stop, James. You are not debating. You are the moderator.
Mm-hmm.
This might be a good opportunity where we jump to something else. It is pretty clear that I think we're all on the same page. Like, we recognize that Kaleb doesn't want to explain why Mr. Beast is lying.
So you're saying now he's poisoning the well as well.
Oh,
it's pretty clear now Kaleb doesn't want to explain it. He's making him look dishonest.
Yeah,
He's
so
poisoning
we're
the
back
well.
to, did Mr. Beast show 24-hour sun or not?
Yeah, but now he's painting Kaleb in a dishonest light. That's not a moderator's role, James. What's going on? Hey, Brian, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming. So that I don't agree with, James. Not a very good start to moderating at all.
No, it wasn't good.
I think he just wants to say
I
it.
think if I were moderating, I'd say to Ozien, like, have you got evidence of this 24-hour sun?
Exactly. Yeah, I would. You shouldn't even. James shouldn't even have done this in the first place to say, are you calling him a liar? He should have just said, okay, Ozien, are you claiming that there's a 24-hour sun? Yes, okay. He's asking you to resort to. That's all he had to do. That would be moderating. But instead, he asked, are you calling him a liar? Okay, will you explain why he's not a liar? Okay, it's clear that you don't want to explain he's a liar. That's practically what happened now. And it's not the moderator's role to debate. Hey, Lorenzo, está muy... Sorry for... Wow, it's a long name. I was going to say Ale. Thank you for coming. It's good to see you. I'm glad you could make it.
Yeah.
Guys, please hit the likes and share the show if you haven't already. Really do appreciate everybody's support. But yeah, James really... He should have the knowledge to know that this isn't moderating what he just did. Hey, Carl, good to see you, man.
So
well, it's
I
impossible.
think we're settled there.
It's impossible for me to prove why he's
Kaleb,
lying.
if you want to try to challenge something from Ozien.
I think he just did. He just challenged me, asked me for some evidence that the Earth.
I want to get on something new because you guys
can
just
change
saying
the
over and
topic.
over. I have the negative. I don't have that position. I don't have the
No, I know.
positive or the negative. It's just if you guys just say it over and over.
That I agree with James. Now he's doing moderating because it would get boring. It's just circle joke. So I agree with that, James. Great.
People in the chat will give me hell. They'll say, James, this is freaking boring. They just keep repeating themselves. So let's go to something new.
I do want to, but I want to push back against another claim because he's arguing that he doesn't have a positive claim. This is globe.
He just told you to move on, and now you're doing exactly what he just said. Move on, Ozien.
Versus flat, so we both have a positive claim that we have to support about the geometry of the Earth. So I want to ask you a question related to the second law of thermodynamics, which states that in an isolated system, entropy tends to increase. I have a question for that claim. That if you're claiming that space is not real and the Earth exists in a closed and isolated system, how do you?
Sorry. Did Kaleb claim that the Earth is an isolated system? No, he did not.
He didn't.
Okay, how am I going to break this down? Oh, I know. You made the positive claim that the Earth is a globe with an open system floating in a 10 to the minus 17 torr vacuum. According to the second law of thermodynamics, this would be an impossibility as entropy would increase and the air we breathe would fill less available space and would be dead. So the positive claim is yours, Ozien, to prove that there is no containment, not Kaleb to prove that there is containment. Again, he's reversing the burden of proof. I wish I was there debating this Ozien dude. The guy wouldn't know where to hide his head.
The Big Lebowski.
Wow.
It's a big Ed Twide.
Because he wouldn't get away with this shit.
Explain the regulation of Earth's temperature. The sun clearly provides heat. Anybody can experience the heat from sun.
There we go. There we go.
What's that got to do with it?
Look, he's in a red shirt.
Oh, yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Hold on, do that again. Just rewind that a sec. Wow. What the
geometry of the Earth. So I want to ask you a question related to the second law of thermodynamics, which states that in an isolated system, entropy tends to increase. I have a question for that claim. That if you're claiming that space is not real and the Earth exists in a closed and isolated...
What I'm saying? He's reversing the burden onto him, saying you claiming.
System, how do you explain the regulation of Earth's temperature? The sun clearly provides...
Watch this now. It's going to happen now, guys.
Anybody can experience the heat from sun.
Now, there we go. The transition's coming now. There we go.
Hey! That's a quick change.
What on earth?
Is he Superman?
He wants to go for a world record how quick you can change your shirt.
Wow, it's not even a subtle change.
If intelligence was measured in sarcasm, I think you just won a Nobel Prize. Congratulations, Kaleb.
Oh.
Oh.
He was one of his... you see, that was just one of his recordings that he put places over. Oh. And he already had it pre-recorded about Kaleb. That's a bit sad. That's trollish.
Right. That's what YouTube meant by trolling.
Yeah,
right, I thought
that's trollish.
Right. Got it now. Got it. Got the wrong end of the stick though. We did, but yeah, I get it now.
Wow. It's just a clip sold. The fact is, he made this clip specifically for Kaleb before the debate. That's the issue here, and it's really rubbishly done too. What? But you see, this is another debate tactic. Because guess what just happened now? He's now taken the how can I put it? The argument, okay, and he's totally now made Kaleb confused. Okay, now he's seen that. Now his brain is functioning on what he just saw and not the argument. That's also another cheap obfuscation tactic, because now he's taking his concentration on the actual argument and making him psychologically think on that clip he just played. It's psychology 101. Ozien, not very honest. These little tactics.
So the sun clearly provides heat. That's your facial expressions anyway.
See what I'm saying? So now he doesn't actually know what the hell Ozien just said, because his brain is not processing what he just saw.
Playing a crucial role in our planet's energy balance. Without it, Earth would rapidly cool. Similarly, human activities release heat. In a closed system, as you would have to have if you don't believe space exists, how does the Earth not overheat from these internal sources?
It's a dynamic system, Ozien. Last time I checked, guys, people freeze to death, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kitty Quack. It was.
Is it not minus 50 in where?
In Montana at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do people freeze to death in minus 50 degrees? Yeah. Do their bodies heat up the atmosphere so much that it changes the temperature of the atmosphere? Really, Ozien?
No, come on.
Man, this guy's a moron.
Or freeze to a lack of external heat from the sun. How does the flat Earth model account for this apparent contradiction, I might add, with the second law of thermodynamics?
It's not a contradiction in the second law. It's just you have been total ignorant to what the second law of thermodynamics is. You have no cooking clue what the hell you just said. This is when you should play the clip. What you just said is the most... You know that one. Wow.
Hey, Don Logan, good to see you, man.
Hey, Don Logan, what's up, man? Good to see you. It's crazy. But it's good to see everybody here. If you guys just joined, please hit the likes if you haven't already. Share the show. It really does help. And I appreciate everybody's support on the channel. You guys are crazy. Oh,
Yeah,
crazy.
Mike.
You guys are crazy. I mean, you guys are awesome. Ozien is crazy.
And go see Michael's in today, Don. It's his birthday because Don keeps asking for
You know, we
Michael.
haven't actually sang for Michael
Don.
yet. We haven't actually
You're
sang
crazy awesome, guys.
Yeah, you're crazy awesome. I'll put it that way. We haven't actually sang for Michael yet.
Oh, don't be stupid.
Aww.
I did start singing it at the start.
Don't be silly.
I got interrupted.
Okay. Wils geluk lewe Mikey, omdat jy verjaar. Mag die Here jou seën en nog baie jare spaar.
Sounds good.
Happy birthday, man.
This Lord, how come you have to put you off mute when you're messing about with stuff?
Oh, it's not even showing. My mic wasn't moving, so I didn't know it was making noise. My bad.
Mr. Noise.
I know, you just
It's these laptop mics. They pick up everything, but when you need them to pick up something, they don't. But it's always they hear everything when you don't want them to. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What called Pete Lester did the Don? I've called him PJ then. Sorry. Hey, did they? I don't know. I haven't really followed it. I mean, the Rico arena's not too far from me. It's only about half a mile away from me.
Flatzoid, why are you calling me crazy, SA? Don't you know I'm local? Okay, let's carry on with this.
What's that? Cypress Hill in it?
Cypress Hill, yeah. Who are you calling loco?
Mm-hmm. I like Cypress Hill.
Really? Iron Horse is blocked from MDD because James blocked him. Wow.
Wow.
I wouldn't have expected that. Iron Horse has debated so many times on there.
Yeah.
Do with the shape of the Earth?
Yes.
How?
It's what's the Earth to you? What is it?
He asked you a question. And now you ask him a question back. Let's get Rwanda's a touch back just so you can hear what he says. He asked him a question.
That's irrelative to the conversation at hand. We're talking about the shape of the Earth.
Yes.
Not the sun.
This question had nothing to do with the sun.
And had everything to do with the sun. You said the sun is the reason we see it has to be open, because you claimed the sun is one of the arguments that if it was a closed system, we would have a uniform gradient because the sun heats up air. That was your argument, Ozien.
That's a cool story, but a local small sun would do the same thing.
Yeah, but the fact that he said that shows he doesn't understand gas behavior and he doesn't know thermodynamics at all. The guy's trying to catch little, how can I put it, almost like he's catching a bit of FTFE, a bit of McToon, a bit of Simon Dan, and trying to stick it into one argument because the guy doesn't know the subject.
Has to do with this.
It's really bad.
Stephen Jarvis just said in chat, could you Google what would the weather be like on a flat Earth with a dome?
Why?
Exactly how you see it. Exactly how you see it, man.
Yeah.
Okay, let me put it this way.
How you see it.
Does Google say men can get pregnant?
Yeah.
Exactly. Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
The second
Oh,
law of thermal.
YouTube says at 34 minutes and 15 seconds, he swaps his shot again. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Thermodynamics to explain how we don't die from overheating if we're in a flat.
Why we don't die from overheating? You see what I'm saying? He doesn't understand thermodynamics. You transfer body heat, you idiot. Things get cold. You have things with weather. Have you ever stood in a thunderstorm before? Does it cool off? And they get very humid and start heating up again. Really?
Why do you think Munga's off cold light?
Yeah, this guy's a...
The regulators of this system.
Wow.
Exactly. It's a good way of putting it.
Plane with a dome enclosed over us. How do we not overheat?
Man, this guy's...
I'm half expecting a
Oh
judge
my
to
gosh.
pop out and
So
score
What
the
these fools forget to realise is, right, God is way smarter than any man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But watch, he changes... Look at he does this again. But look what the hell... I don't know why he does this.
dynamics to explain how we don't die from overheating if we're in a flat plane with a dome enclosed over us. How do we not overheat? I'm half expecting a judge to pop out and score a debate like an Olympic event. One for argumentation, but a perfect 20 for theatrical facial expressions.
You see what I'm saying?
What on earth is that?
Yeah, wow. And James
Let's
is
see
sitting there. James is sitting there all dumbfounded. Like, what the
He's
hell?
like, what the? Yeah, he's got FUCK in his eyes.
James is sat there like, re-record, not fade away.
We're re-record.
This is where James would say, Ozien, will you please stop playing those clips while you're trying to talk? It's irritating.
What a numpty. He thinks this is funny. He sat there yesterday recording these clips thinking, oh,
this is going to be funny.
Yeah.
Wow. You see, but you understand, now it's difficult to take on what the hell he said. Because he said something so stupid, he played this over, and then...
You look at Caleb's face, so he's like, what's this clown doing?
But I mean, did you hear the claim Ozien made just before he played that idiotic clip? His claim was, if the Earth is flat, we will overheat and die. What?
Wow.
I can't wait to
terrariums overeat and die.
No. Okay, let's go this way. If you go sit in a sauna, and the sauna is not heated up yet, will it just start getting hot that you're going to start getting so hot that you don't need to start the sauna? No.
No.
This
I
guy's
think you have to initiate something first.
Ozien doesn't have a cooking clue how thermodynamics works. At all. Does he think energy just creates itself out of nowhere? And there's no transference of this energy?
No. Gravity does, so why not?
He said the most absurd statement I've ever heard. And if other anti-flat earthers, when they talk to us and start repeating this parroting nonsense, I'm going to laugh at you. And I'm going to give you a number for a psychologist because you're going to need professional help.
Don't do that again, bro.
Yeah,
don't
do that again. Tell him.
Your silly expressions, dude. It's not an
What? His head was down. He wasn't even showing an expression. So he's not allowed to facepalm himself with the stupid stuff Ozien said. Seriously?
When you're making ridiculous arguments that aren't even relevant to the conversation, you're going to get.
All right,
I'm sure people are face palming right now.
All right, just because we've already heard much of this, I do want to say, all right, Ozien. So, just for anybody who's new to the topic, because you guys are much more familiar with these topics.
No, Ozien's not familiar with this topic. Sorry, James. Ozien doesn't have a clue what he just said. Nothing he just said has anything to do with thermodynamics at all. The guy is a real moron. You are saving him once again because Kaleb is about to rip him apart. Stop white knighting for Ozien. I'm sorry, but I can't believe I actually have to say this. James, you are being biased.
Is Ozien, if you just want to explain to the audience in terms of how it relates to the flat versus globe Earth, we'll give you a chance to do that.
Yeah, so second law of thermodynamics and a pressure gradient and the Earth not overheating from the sun is perfectly explained by space existing, the Earth being not a closed system, and we get heat during the day from the sun, and that heat dissipates during the night. And like if you get a cloud layer...
This guy's talking gibberish. He doesn't even know what himself is saying.
Yeah, I have a clue, AJ.
He's literally talking gibberish. He's just saying words.
Yeah, oh, his mouth is belly.
It's like, what's that clip of that child where, and then, you know that clip?
Yeah, he's got gas. That's what it is. He's got gas.
That's what I'm seeing with this guy. He doesn't have a clue what he's talking about. And Kaleb, you can see he's trying to scream inside. Just relax. Just relax.
I like his hat.
Tinfoil. Wow.
Helps actually trap heat in. Like that's what is all perfectly explained by globe model and the math and the science and the testable predictions that we make from that. Matter of fact, just the fact that we can predict lightning strikes on the Earth.
What? You can predict lightning strikes on the Earth? What dimension do you live in?
Wow.
Has anybody predicted lightning strikes on the Earth?
No, not the time they're gonna happen or whatever.
You would know there is lightning because when there's a storm, but you can't predict when a lightning strike's going to happen.
Exactly. It's ridiculous.
No.
That's total bullshit. Look, even Caleb's like, what? What? Ozien, I thought last night was stupid with Cody Payne. But you taking the cake now, dude.
No.
I didn't think...
It's idiocracy. It's coming true.
What?
Yeah. Ozien and Grayson, they're the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. I think I should contact James and say, can I please debate second law of thermodynamics with Ozien? It doesn't have to be flat against globe. We just debate second law of thermodynamics.
Yeah.
The subject should be, does gas pressure based on the second law of thermodynamics constitute needing of containment? That's it. And I promise you, Ozien would not get anywhere. The guy would tell me, oh, but the sun. What about the sun? Explain to me how the sun does anything for you. Wow. This guy's an idiot.
If we use a slightly oblate spheroid model versus a spheroid model. So my question to you, Kaleb, I hope you can answer it now. On your...
Look, I wanted to laugh. What the hell did you just say, Ozien? We can... Nothing he just said fits in together at all. It sounds like he's drunk. It sounds like he's just sticking a whole bunch of things together that doesn't gel. Nothing he just said had anything to do with second law of thermodynamics at all. Oh, you guys have anything to say about that?
Yeah, I think he's off in nitrous oxide, man.
What the?
I don't blame Kaleb for his exasperation, man.
No.
Honestly.
He's warranted to have these faces.
Yeah. And he looks so smug.
What the? And he looks so proud of it.
Same.
Yeah, they think they are smart. That's the problem.
All I see here is face of a clown. Literally, I can picture him now with face paint and a red nose and a big hairy head. Kind of music. Literally.
Yeah. Juggling while he's standing in a ball.
Oh.
Flat Earth model. How do you explain the second law of thermodynamics and why we don't die from overheating?
So he's literally tried to reverse the burden onto Kaleb by saying, you will overheat if it's a closed system. No, you won't, first of all. And trying to take it away from the burden is on you, Ozien, as the globe is the thing that violates the second law of thermodynamics, not the flat Earth. Wow. Wow, do you know the scale of the Earth? How much heat energy you require to fill the whole scale of Earth for everybody to die of heat? Does he have any idea? The sun can't provide, not even the sun can provide that amount of energy.
What happens to that heat when it's dark? Like,
it dissipates.
Exactly.
It's literally, you have to take the sun and you have to stick it in the middle of everywhere. It's like you have to stand in front of a very hot bonfire and then can't take the heat anymore for it to happen. For that to happen, you have to literally stand by the bonfire.
Exactly. How does that heat travel 93 million miles?
This guy's an idiot.
Teleports, man.
Through all that vast space that's cold as...
Teleport. Heat teleporter.
It's just stupid.
Now I'm really excited to see Sovereign's review of this. Because I think I think he laughed as much as I'm laughing right now. Sovereign, I think you also laughed.
I was in there for 10 minutes last night in Sovereigns, but I fell asleep because it was late for me. It was late, so I didn't catch it all Sovereign. I was there at the start, but I didn't catch it all.
I'm happy I went to sleep, because if I had to stay awake and watch this, I think I wouldn't have slept at all last night. Because it just would have been too much. I mean, that Cody Payne was enough for me. Imagine I have to go through this as well. Wow. Yeah, it's like saying it can't be cold in one country and hot in the other just because it's a closed system. No, that's rubbish.
I live 6 miles away from my mum, and it can be raining here and not raining at my mum's. Like,
exactly.
It's stupid talk, like.
Well, I'm interested to see Kaleb's response though. Cheers, Moomin. Thanks for coming, man. Good to see you.
To have gas pressure, you have to have a container.
Thank you.
Do you even know what entropy means? What's entropy?
It's not my question. Can you answer the question?
See, thank you, Kaleb. You did brilliant there. He's trying to reverse the burden onto you. Well done. Keep it up. Good job there, Kaleb.
Are you avoiding the question?
Is this a debate or like just straight sophistry, like monologue?
No,
Are you going to engage?
Question. I am. You asked me a question. I answered it with
You didn't answer it. You made shit up. That doesn't even comport with each other, and now you want to reverse the burden onto Kaleb for something he never claimed.
See, this is where moderation should come in.
Yeah, this is when James is supposed to say, Ozien, you have the burden. He asked you a question. So you are supposed to answer him.
You can see James is trying to figure out what to do because he didn't take a sip of that coffee yet.
He's trying really hard. You can see he's
moving that cup around,
like,
thinking, what am I going to do?
Yeah, because every time he has to try and save Ozien. What?
Okay, prove the vacuum of space exists. Prove the vacuum of space. Yeah, you do. So you have a positive claim.
I asked you
Just to be sure there's not
not
too much
answering.
interrupting. Is that okay? So Kaleb, it sounds like, are we on the same page where you'd say like, okay, I do now understand. We've gotten to the point where you're saying like, I see how Ozien's case about the law of thermodynamics in particular
No, Ozien didn't state the law of thermodynamics. Ozien didn't give anything about thermodynamics. Ozien just showed his stupid idiot that just says googly it.
That is pure bias moderation.
It is. It is straight up. This is a bad show. I'm sorry, James. This was a bad show for moderation.
Yeah.
I take it all back when I thought James was a flat earther.
Yeah, for a start, he wasn't impartial. Yeah, he took part.
Wow. No, sorry. This is the worst moderation job I've seen from James ever. Ever. And I mean, James is actually, I like I said, I like James. I like his moderation. But this is, no. This is just a no. What the hell was he thinking?
Has to do with the flat versus globe Earth.
So-
So it sounds like is it fair that we're on the same page there?
No, we're not, because he's not understanding positive claims. He's claiming that entropy in the form of gas pressure, it proves somehow that the space vacuum exists. No, you need evidence. Do you have any evidence?
It goes against the space vacuum, not proves it. Wow.
That there's a vacuum of 10 to the negative 17 torr coexisting adjacent to the atmosphere. Please, any evidence? Go.
Wait, I think I asked you a question. Why are you...
Ozien, you did not state the second law of thermodynamics. You were answering a question he asked. Get it? You were answering a question Kaleb asked, not the other way around. You don't say gibberish and then expect him to answer your gibberish claim. That's not how it works. And James, this is where you're supposed to step in and say, Kaleb asked you a question, Ozien. You are supposed to respond to his question. Not expect him to answer you after you haven't answered him.
You ask me a question in response. Why can't you answer the question? You can say, I don't know. I don't know why we don't die from like a thermal runaway.
There is no such thing as a thermal runaway because the Earth is closed, Ozien. Just because you don't understand that doesn't make it true. You're just an idiot. You haven't even explained why that would happen. Oh, the sun. What does this tell us? How does the sun do it?
Because we're in a friggin' container, like a pot on a stove with no heat coming.
Pot on a stove.
Is this guy for real?
A pot is conductive.
He's one of the best, Michael.
What?
One of the best, man.
So what? So like, sun's now on bottom at pot transferring heat. Like.
Sorry.
I don't know if you missed on, babe, but he might still be in.
But guys, last time I checked, the pot is conductive, correct?
Yeah, no, but since when does Earth get heated from underneath?
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's a total non sequitur.
Stupid.
This is the most stupidest argument I've ever heard. I've really heard some really idiotic things in my life. But really, you globers blow me away with the things you say, where I think there will never ever be anything said more dumber. You literally go and prove me wrong. How in the bloody hell can anybody think what he just said is intelligent? Well, let's put it this way, Sovereign. If you're in a hot car and it's hot and you stick the aircon on, does it get cooler? Yes. Now you stick the aircon off, it starts heating up again. Yeah. The guy doesn't know what a dynamic system is. Yeah, guys, please subscribe to Michael Khan's channel. Paul put his link there. Really, really awesome stuff. And he's got some awesome content coming in the future. Really looking forward to that. Are you excited about it, Michael? Because I'm not going to tell anybody what's coming out.
I'm very light, but it might be like leading towards summertime when it's a bit warmer.
Oh, obviously. It can be quite cold. But what I saw so far, wow.
Yeah,
how can a person think it's a globe?
Well, this is it.
Yeah. crazy. But yeah, guys, keep in tune with Michael's channel. There's his link. Hit that link and subscribe. Really going to be well worth it.
Now, and the water will eventually boil and we'll eventually all
Do you want me
die.
to answer?
I want you to explain how that's explained on a
Hey,
flat
so
earth.
Yeah.
Tippy, what's
Yes,
up?
thank you.
Do you know what attenuation is?
Explain
What's
it.
attenuation?
Explain it.
That was a yes or no question, Ozien.
Just throws it straight back.
Exactly.
That's his way of saying no.
So he contradicts himself. He just moaned 2 seconds ago. I ask you a question and you're answering back with another question. So he's a hypocrite because he just asked him what is attenuation, and now he's asking him explain it. So you want him to answer after he asked you. So that just means no, Ozien. That should be no.
It just sets up a circular thing going off, like, so he's going to keep saying, you explain it, and then he's going to be saying, well, I asked you, and, you know, it's
crazy.
It's crazy.
Admit you can't define it.
I can explain it. I understand communications theory very well.
Let's hear
it. I don't need to. It's your argument. Present your
They're just going to argue now for the next 20 minutes about who's going to explain it.
But you see, remember I said in the beginning of the stream, Globers love to do this. They try and buy time by like what he's doing now, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, they all of a sudden know the answer.
No.
What does that tell you? They get help from their audience. Somebody's helping them. Because you can see he's going to be reading now somewhere probably on the screen as well. Someone's probably going to give him, he's waiting probably for the definition.
Argument.
Look,
No, let's hear it. You should
Explain
understand my
it.
argument
should
if
be
you
able to-
understand it. Okay.
I know what
You're gonna yell?
attenuation. I know what attenuation means.
What is
Make
it?
Your argument. I don't need it. Is that about?
You
the
don't,
same
okay,
thing?
we'll just go on without you with just assuming you have no idea what attenuation is. Don't
Explain
interrupt
it with
me.
the word
Don't
attenuation.
interrupt me.
Oh,
Do
you're
not
being
interrupt me.
smug and sarcastic. Just present your argument.
Don't interrupt me, buddy.
This
All right,
is
Calm
just
gentlemen,
down.
we've got.
Take
All
some
right,
deep
I've
breaths.
got to jump
You asked
in.
me a question. I was
Please.
responding.
But can we split it up into times?
Well, apparently you need that.
What
I
we're
do,
going to do
'cause
is,
you won't stop
all right,
talking.
gentlemen,
No, that would be
please.
you.
I'm being.
Sorry, James.
Just relax. So, what we'll do is,
Notice how he still hasn't asked them what attenuation is.
Exactly.
we'll go into 1 minute segments. I think.
See, now he's looking. See? He's waiting for someone to tell him.
Yeah.
Ozien, just if you can briefly ask the question that you originally asked. Then
And now no, James. No, James. Why are you asking Ozien to briefly ask a question? Just say, Ozien, Kaleb asked you a straightforward question. Would you be so kind as to answer him? Yes.
then
No,
we'll
please don't.
give
See, even Caleb's shaking his head. now.
Kaleb. I need you to control yourself. Then we'll give
What?
Kaleb a chance to respond.
Kaleb needs to control himself. What?
What did he do?
He just facepalmed himself because of what I just said as well.
Unbelievable.
This was a one-sided bias. What? No.
Yeah.
Look at that smile on
Look,
his face.
and Ozien knows. He knows it's going his way. You know. Look at that face. Yay.
That's wrong. This is a... Sorry, James, but this was a bad job, dude.
Go ahead, Ozien, if you can ask it very quickly and succinctly, and then we'll give 60 seconds to Kaleb.
Kaleb, how do you explain the regulation of Earth's temperature?
All right, 60 seconds. Go ahead, Kaleb.
It's not relevant to the conversation, but there is dissipation to EMR and EMF over distance. So the sun goes around the earth and that signal gets weaker. That heat signature gets weaker as it gets further away. Not relevant at all to Flat Earth First Glober, just so we know, but I'll entertain it.
Thank you, Kaleb. Well done. Because the guy doesn't know. When you move closer to a oven, it gets hotter. When you move away from the oven, it gets colder.
For the conversation.
We'll kick it over to Ozien. Go ahead, Ozien, for 60 seconds.
Yeah, so you're seeing that we release light like EMF, and that cools down the Earth.
Tell me he didn't understand what was just said. Ozien didn't even understand that. It's transference of heat, dissipation.
Is that what I said?
You said EMF.
There's dissipation to EMR and EMF and heat signatures over distance, yes or no?
So light.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Do things get colder when the heat source moves away? Yes or no, Ozien?
Yes, light will like dissipate.
It's
yes, but where does it go?
That's not what it's saying.
Oh my gosh. What
What's
does the word
EMF?
dissipation mean?
It
I don't think it's possible to have a conversation with you. I genuinely don't.
Where does it go? Where does it dissipate to?
Why are you asking him more questions? Just say you're ignorant and you don't know what the hell he's talking about.
He's such a troll.
Ozien, I'm sorry, I'm downright. I have to call Ozien one of the dumbest guys on modern day. I thought Leo was, but no, Ozien takes the cake. And he's dishonest too, because he can't just say, I don't know.
It dissipates in the atmosphere.
So it just vanishes?
Yeah, it gets weaker over distance. Do you have any evidence why that doesn't happen?
Yeah, because power is not. It's first law of thermodynamics, right?
First law is all about dissipation, you idiot. The first law states, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred or transformed. Okay, dissipation. This is so funny.
Power and energy cannot be created or destroyed. So where's it go?
Transferred or transformed.
How do you prove that?
Well, you don't accept the laws as thermodynamics.
Okay, Caleb, this is where you were wrong. You are supposed to say, finish the statement. Transferred or transformed. Ozien literally gave you a an apple on a golden platter, dude.
Dynamics, that's okay.
You don't accept that it dissipates over distance?
It expands, but it doesn't vanish.
That's true, Oren. Debates are won by the best debater. And Ozien cannot debate, and he's definitely dumb. He definitely doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. And I wish Kaleb had the experience a bit to be able to have called him out on his ignorance. Kaleb has a great style, don't get me wrong, but I think his experience lets him down a bit because he does fall into these very, very rudimentary traps that I think he would improve on later when he gets more experience with debating. But he is falling a bit into the traps. But it also doesn't help that James keeps on leading on and helping Ozien every time Kaleb actually comes up with a good argument.
Kaleb is only young, isn't he?
Yeah, but that's what I say. Yeah, he's very young. I think he's what, 19?
Wow.
18, 19? Kaleb's really great. And what he's doing, he's doing a very good job.
I wish I'd have known all this stuff at 19.
That's what I say. He's doing a very good job. And he's only been in the Flat Earth for about 3 years now. So he's actually doing a very good job. But I think when it comes to the experience, I think that's letting him down a bit. And I mean, he could have done better when it comes, but it's the experience that's letting him down. Otherwise, he's doing very good. It just doesn't help that James is making it extra hard because every time Kaleb actually comes up with a point, James goes and pulls Ozien out of the hole, which really isn't bad. It's really bad.
Wow. This is incredible.
Can't be destroyed.
So as you get further,
can energy be destroyed?
Holy cow, dude. You're much more unbearable than usual. Is everything okay?
Well, that would be the person I'm debating with then.
He's asked you a question, Ozien. You haven't even answered him, and you want to ask him more questions.
What we're gonna do is we'll give both Kaleb a chance to answer Ozien's last question, and then Kaleb, if you have any questions for Ozien.
Yes, I do. Yes. Okay. So over distance, the heat signatures get weaker. You can prove this in your car. If you're in the front seat and you're closer to the heat source, it's hotter. As you get further away, it gets weaker. It gets colder.
There we go.
This is like extremely basic. Again, I'm pretty sure he's using a tactic to just like not talk about the entire argument at hand,
Obfuscation tactics, exactly, Caleb. You called him.
which is globe Earth versus flat Earth. The shape of the Earth, not the sun. So I don't know how we're here.
Yes, I agree. Heat dissipates, but it doesn't vanish because heat cannot be created or destroyed. It can.
Sorry? Heat doesn't vanish. You know what transformation of heat is? So if I have a cup of tea on my table, it doesn't get cold, Ozien? Does this guy literally think if I have a cup of tea or coffee on my table, it stays that temperature?
Of course, you can create heat.
Oh my word. Yeah, but you have to have the energy to create the heat.
Yeah.
It has to come from somewhere. Ozien is making the bold statement now that it doesn't dissipate. He's literally claiming I can stick a cup of hot coffee on my table and leave it and it never gets cold.
Wow.
That is the essence of this guy's argument. He doesn't know sweet
Nobel
bugger
Prize
all.
for that coffee.
Yeah. He doesn't know sweet bugger all about the arguments he's presenting. I'm getting a brain fart.
Happened last night. It's
But that's what I'm saying. I'm still recovering from last night, stupid.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least we don't have brain diarrhea yet.
Kate cracks a joke up, man. It's just funny.
I'm going to make a prediction. James' underpants are red to match his tie. Well, I don't know if you guys saw James' tattoo on his back.
No.
He's got a huge Subway tattoo on his back.
Wow.
He got it as a sponsor by Subway, so he's got a year's supply of free Subway.
Wow.
Okay.
And it's
Cool.
and it's a color tattoo from shoulder to shoulder, from neck to half of his back. A big Subway
Oh,
tattoo.
Yeah, okay. Isn't that yellow and green or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look-
That's dedication to a brand.
Look at Katie.
That's
Look at Katie Quack's comment, the one before you read that flat. James has two cameras on him. One up top for his MDD, the other down below is for the only the fans do lol, and then she followed up.
Hey, James has a ripped body, by the way. James really has a ripped body, guys.
Yeah, I can imagine. He looks tall and broad.
Oh wow. But Ozien, you're hurting my head, man. Really. This is by far the most embarrassing. By far, the most embarrassing debate ever Ozien has presented. This isn't a debate.
No.
This is a guy coming here and literally providing an example of the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Yeah.
Literally. Ozien, you have tipped the scales of Dunning-Kruger.
Can only change form. Heat, energy, and matter cannot be. Yeah. So ask me a question.
Can you prove the vacuum of space exists?
Yes.
How?
We go up with weather balloons. We see that the pressure goes down to a torque that we consider to be a vacuum, especially when we send.
Yeah, my fitness channel's not up and running yet, but soon. I wanted to have my first video up today, but every time I start making my new intro, because I want the first video to be special, I keep saying no. I can't do that. I rather want to have something special. So I record and I delete it. I record and I delete it. Yeah. But today I think I finally finalized what I want my opening to be on my first video. So yeah. Hopefully soon I have the first video out. Because like I said, I want to have a video a week about, or one every 2 weeks on the channel. So I'm looking forward to
I'm also starting a new series.
Mhm.
It's going to be called "Why Is Michael a Trinitarian?"
Oh, you want to piss off a lot of people.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I know why I'm a Trinitarian.
That's nice.
You know why I'm a Trinitarian? Because the
'Cause
Bible says so.
so.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's not hard to understand, though. So sorry if that offends people that don't understand
I've been
the
attacked
Trinity.
by a few people
Yeah.
over the last few weeks, like, and
I was
well,
I was attacked and called a shill and a mason because I said, yeah, God's three persons.
Yep. Yeah.
Just like the Bible says.
Yep. Me too.
Hmm.
And just like when Globers attacked me, I started doing flat earth stuff. I'm gonna have to do Trinity stuff.
It's crazy.
But yeah, I plan on doing a full series called "Why Michael's a Trinitarian," and I'm gonna go through every book at Bible, and I'm gonna show out Trinities in every book at Bible.
Exactly. No, that would be quite cool.
It just
I'll
made me
enjoy
think
that.
of the three-headed dragon. I think maybe people think about that
No, you see the thing
when they
is,
say that.
No, you see the thing is the people they have a monolithic worldview, so they believe God can only be one. You know, they got the
Yeah.
Muslim God view. They don't understand how the Trinity works. So instead of
Yeah, I get-
accepting
yeah.
that maybe they don't understand, they rather attack us and
what-
say, "Oh, you guys are heretics." But that's
It's
exactly what the Bible says.
It's what sets God at Bible apart from all other false gods.
Exactly.
But I just find it crazy that I've been attacked, even by people who I thought were my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I've had all kinds of crazy things accused to me.
I got
like,
attacked. I got attacked and called a shill because I said I wanted to do a stream on it. I didn't even say anything. I just said I wanted to do a stream on it. That's how bad it is. But yeah, it's sad.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry to distract.
No
off
stress.
point.
No stress, man.
Alright, but
Aircraft to space.
Aircraft to space. Nope. Can't go to a natural violation space vacuum. That's the whole point, Ozien. You first have to prove the space vacuum before you claim a plane can go there. Duh.
Such like the moon. Like we know there's a vacuum in space.
Such like the moon. Speaking of the moon again, I don't know if you guys heard, I said this the other stream. Artemis is once again postponed for another 2 years. How many
Oh
times?
my God.
How many times do they have to postpone the moon landings?
I guess the CGI and the tech wasn't ready yet.
Yeah.
well, hold on a minute. They've never been there anyway.
No, but now it's postponed again. Another 2 years postponed because now they find it too unsafe.
Ridiculous.
Oh, wow.
It
wasn't too unsafe in a tin can.
I'm going to say it was nice and safe when they're going in a bag of chuffing tin foil.
Yes, Seeking Starwater lived on a sailboat for 15 years. That's awesome. Yeah, I think you can also agree there was never any curvature in any of those maps. No curve calculations exactly.
Like we have
Who's
consistent
we?
people that were there. Humans.
Who's we?
Experts in the field, people I trust, people that were veterans in the U.S. Navy, like
People you trust, okay. Okay, appeal to authority, mate. You know that's called
like-
faith. Sorry?
Although, does he
I have no
actually
idea.
know anybody?
He
or,
doesn't
like,
know
is he
them.
just saying, like, just somebody in Navy?
Yeah,
Like, my granddad were in Navy, so what?
yeah. It's crazy.
know?
Neil Armstrong, who went to the moon, who was a fellow shipmate. I mean, I didn't serve with him. Who would
Well, then he doesn't know who the flip you are, Ozien. He's a fellow shipmate. You're talking about him as if he was part of, like you knew him personally. I highly doubt Ozien is even old enough to have served him in the same time.
Been a
I'm gonna
great
have to get
honor.
my mother's
Jack,
cat
please
to lick his beard off.
Yeah. This is insane, Ozien.
serve with Neil Armstrong. It would be wonderful to meet him as a person. But people like him, yes, I trust his word and his testimony that he actually did go to space. What's wrong with that?
Well, what about Buzz's testimony where he says he didn't go?
What about Buzz's testimony? Also says it was animated. How about all the photos and video footage we have of them working with models of the moon? How about all the fake evidence we show that doesn't work? How about you prove the second law of thermodynamics can be violated because you have a belief that it can? That would be the start. They can't go to a place that violates natural law. The whole point of Kaleb's argument, Ozien. This is again another obfuscation.
Right?
Sorry?
The can in the red. The can in the red.
Yeah.
But that's all it is.
It's fantasy. But this is just another obfuscation tactic. He's trying to lean away from providing evidence for a violation of the second law of thermodynamics to say, I trust the people that went there. It's crazy.
How can you trust somebody you don't know who's dead? You know, it's crazy.
It's really stupid.
Do you have any primary documentation of this vacuum of space existing from yourself, or no? You just believe other people?
Primary documentation. Did I measure the vacuum of space myself personally?
Yeah.
He means the telemetry data and stuff, which was just vanished into thin air. And the excuses were we taped over it. Yeah.
Yeah, we threw it in bin. Took us that long to do it, like we just threw it straight in bin after. Didn't think we'd want to go back again, and now we do, and it's a shame, like, but we threw it away.
Yeah, exactly. Brian, that's exactly what we were saying the other night as well. Look how sad they were when they so-called came back to the moon. It reminded us of Capricorn 1, where you saw the excitement on their faces, and just before liftoff, they said, sorry, we have to get off. We have to get off. We can't actually get you there. It's too unsafe. And you can see the disappointment in their faces. That's exactly the same disappointment we see with the Apollo mission.
Three blokes all look like they're going to face like a slap task because they knew they were deceiving mankind, right? If you would have supposedly gone all that distance through this supposed vacuum in a bag of tin foil, you'd have been doing cartwheels that you got back safely. You wouldn't have been sat there looking all glum.
I mean, look at it this way.
Wow, I can't believe I got back.
Let's look at it this way. Let's take someone who's been scared of roller coasters, and they finally someone that convinces them to take the leap and just do the roller coaster. Now they've done it. They have this high, like, I actually did it. I've conquered my fear. You understand? Yeah. That was not seen by these astronauts. It was literally, oh, how am I going to just try and wrap this around my head? Oh, went to the moon. Oh, yippee. No, they couldn't even get their stories straight. They contradicted each other. Like you could see, they're thinking in their head, we've been practicing this script in a warehouse somewhere for the last month or so, and now we have to convey it as truth to everybody. And they still got it wrong. They still contradicted themselves. There is nothing truthful those astronauts did. I'm sorry.
No. Did you measure the creation of the Earth from God personally? Because you claimed in your opening argument. In your opening argument, you said the flat Earth was evidence that the Earth was created. So it is.
This is a non sequitur, Ozien, and a category. He made that claim, but it's got nothing to do with what you just said. It has absolutely nothing to do with the argument presented now.
It is not a non sequitur.
Non sequitur.
Part of the debate because you brought it up in your opening.
There's his pants. The shorts. I wouldn't have expected shorts now, guys. But yeah, he's wearing a red shorts with the red tie. James.
Oh, wow.
You see that?
That's crazy.
Oh, wow.
That is mental.
Oh, now I'm not even concentrating on what Ozien's saying. Oh, man. Okay.
Argument, Caleb.
No, it's
So
a red herring
pregnant
fallacy.
It's not a red herring fallacy.
Yes, it is. You're giving an argument that has got absolutely sweet bugger all to do with the argument presented. Red herring fallacy, Ozien. You don't even know your fallacies. Well done.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have
Look how mad
presented
you
it.
are.
I'm not mad. Otherwise, this is
Your
another debate
face.
tactic. Just if your facial expressions.
There we go. Trolling again with these recorded rubbish.
Any more skeptical,
Oh,
they
dude,
need
this is
their own.
crazy.
Dude, like I'm not going to deal with your friggin' idiocy there.
You're the one being an idiot here, Ozien. You're the one being childish.
Potting kettle there, like.
Wow.
Dude, you can
Oh,
be polite.
ad hominems.
All
All right, let's
Ad
jump in.
hominems,
Let me
cool.
jump in. We're going to. Are there any topics we haven't covered that you guys would like to discuss?
The shape of the earth.
Yeah, Katie Quinn, you called it.
God, we'd love to get evidence the Earth is flat.
Plane survey.
Plane surveying is about.
You see, it worked. He obfuscated from the point. Gas pressure, that containment. And now, So, Ozien successfully obfuscated, and now we're moving on to the next topic. Plane surveying, I'd also like, by the way. So this should be good. If Ozien struggled that much with thermodynamics, I don't think he knows plane surveying either. So, oh yeah, Moomin, he has pre-recorded troll shots that he plays over as soon as he wants to obfuscate from a point, and it worked now. Did you see how it literally took it off of the topic? It worked.
Absolutely.
Close in.
Ian, there's the moderator, but the moderator's not doing his job tonight.
No.
He's literally not there. When he is there, he's trying to debate Kaleb.
In situations, you want to actually.
Sorry?
Oh, am I lagging? Yeah, I was lagging.
That's crazy.
Oh, I was lagging. I thought I was. Yeah. No, I just saw that there was an article online saying, it's not related, but what's it called? Earthquake in Colombia caused at least 33 people their life. That's what the number.
33 is everywhere.
Yeah, always.
Always
33.
skeptical as soon
At
as you
least
see
33 people.
Mm-hmm. I'm always skeptical when I hear the word 33 everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, because why at least 33? Why that number?
I know. Even in the.
It's an earthquake.
I noticed on the Doctor Who Christmas special. Doctor Who's terrible nowadays a little bit. I seen I watched the Christmas special, and there was a lady in it, and she'd fostered 33 kids
guys.
so far.
Yeah, guys, but we have to say, Katie Quirk did science. She predicted James had red pants, and it happened. Katie Quirk, you just done globe science. You predicted James had red pants, and James showed to have red pants.
Flatzoid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get off.
Yeah, it's getting quite late here, guys.
Yeah. Beth's ready for bed, like. So.
Yeah. Actually, guys, I was thinking the same. We can go on tomorrow night if you really want to, because I think the planar surveying will be quite interesting.
Yeah. But anyway, nice to see you all. And,
Hey, Michael, that was a long half hour, dude.
Yeah, I know.
You said it was gonna be a half an hour. What happened?
I get into it, don't I?
Yeah,
what can you do? Like, I get into it, like. But
tell Beth I apologize.
I was supposed to be spending a bit of time with Beth, and she's ready for bed now, like. So I'm gonna get off.
Yeah, tell Beth I apologize.
No, I know everybody who's been asking about me in chat. Yeah. I'm alright. I ain't gone anywhere. I'm just been thinking about a few things, and I love you all.
Yeah, but it's good to see you, Michael. I'm glad you were here, and I'm happy you're healthy.
Well, I don't know about healthy, like, but.
Well, you must have a good evening.
But he's still around.
Yeah. Sleep well.
I'm still here, like, I don't know if I'm healthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's another year in bag, innit?
Definitely. Cheers, man. Say hi to
Yeah.
Beth. Say sorry we took you for so long, especially on your birthday.
She's in bed, like, so.
Okay.
Alright, take care, everybody.
Cheers.
We'll go.
You too.
Okay, guys, what do you have to say about this whole debate that's not actually a debate?
Well, almost as speechless as yesterday. It's well, pretty much the same. The derbiness. Do you think that this dude Ozien and that Cody Payne? Do you think they study together? I think they might do Glaffer classes. You know what I mean? Study groups together. Sorry. It's just ridiculous that the crap that they're coming out.
That's
Ooh.
Wow. No, like I
But
said.
we have.
Yeah.
We have seen Grayson and him do shows together where they are on the same side. It's horrible. It's the worst shows I've ever seen when Grayson and Ozien does the globe flat Earth thing. You know, I hate it, man. It's just not worth watching.
But
it's just non-stop bullshit.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, I didn't think after last night, for a long time, I'm going to find anything more stupid than last night. And then this comes up. It's really... I'm flabbergasted. How do you find something so stupid? And the sad thing that scares me now is I think we're going to find something dumber in the future.
I'm
That's what
with you
scares
there.
me.
It seems like every year it gets dumber. So we're just getting a taste of the new year right now.
This is literally idiocracy playing out. It's crazy. But yeah, I think, wow. Paul, you have anything to say? If he's still awake. He might be asleep. But wow. It's just, no. So yeah, we'll do part 2 then tomorrow, just because they moved on to planar surveying, because I think that's going to be exciting to see. I mean, it was a long show.
Right.
We had a nice long show. So yeah, and we ended up with 163 votes. So who did it better? Who did better? Kaleb 49%, Ozien 51%. Whoever said yes to Ozien do better, get your head checked.
Yeah.
I mean, I can agree Kaleb dropped the ball on some points, but I bring that down to experience. But still, he still obliterated him, even though he fell for some tricks. Like I said, I put that down to experience. Ozien, I don't even know how the guy knows even how to use his camera, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So yeah, I think that's the stream. What
Yeah.
the-
Yeah, let's carry on with it tomorrow, because that's whoa. But yeah.
So,
Still speaking, that was a load of words that came out, but yeah, that means nothing. That's what this does to you.
Exactly. So I just want to say thanks all for coming. Really appreciate everybody here. Thank you for the super chats and liking the show and sharing the show. If you haven't already, please do so. Thank you for sitting here and enjoying the pain with me. I'll see you guys all tomorrow night. Many, many blessings, and may the pressure be with you. Cheers.